Pulling up some sheets, pulling up some sheets.
Okay, we're going.
All right, excellent. Um, we open outside the welding max. The fucking Christ, William, really? we we open outside. I've got a very substantial opener for us. So fuck you. We open outside the Melody Wax Museum.
Mhm.
It's it's close to afternoon. The sun's not quite setting yet, but it's late in the day. And standing outside the museum is a woman who doesn't look a day over 20s, dressed in very extremely punk fashion. Like corset, spiked leather jacket, very goth, very punk. You know, like the intersection of those two styles, very firmly in the center of those. And as she smokes a cigarette, she looks at us and she says, "Welcome back to our offbeat melody. I'm Miranda Esper, as I'm sure you remember. Last time you listened in, my good friend Leonard Monroe was abducted by those fucking Greys. But we knew this day was coming. We've been preparing, and those little bastards are gonna rue the day they cross the phantasmagoricals." Emerging from the Wax Museum is a young man, dressed very heavily in punk rock attire, complete with a huge, pink mohawk. And jeans that are held together by safety pins, shitloads of patches, flannel shirt. He puts his arm around Miranda's waist, and the two lean in for a kiss. At which point, someone coughs sexual propaganda, and they both look over and see a woman decked out in full medieval plate mail, with 8 swords strapped to her body in various locations. "Good to see you, Susan," says the man. "Likewise, Oren. Do you think we're gonna get the kid to stay home this time?" "I think I convinced her." Car pulls up and out steps 2 more people. The first is a young Asian man with sort of an office worker look to him, button-down shirt, tie, glasses. And the last member of the party is a woman dressed in a paint-stained smock and bearing 2 very large knitting needles, as well as a belt filled with paint tubes and brushes. "Carly, Henry, good to see ya."
Wait, Henry, when?
"Did we get the kid to stay home?" Henry Wen says. "Well, you can never count with Miracle Miri, but I think I convinced her to sit this one out," says Susan. They all climb into Oren's van, and when they do, they press a button on it, and the van comes to life and drives off to, perhaps, the most dangerous place in Melody. Dust Devil Ranch.
Oh.
The quintet get out, and they all look to Miranda, who nods, closes her eyes, and when she opens them, a kaleidoscope of colors flashes where her eyes would be. The clouds in the sky grow dark and start to swirl angrily as she lifts her hands up and starts pulling something telekinetically. It takes a couple of minutes, but eventually an enormous spacecraft, vaguely saucer-like in shape, but not smooth and pretty the way the ones in Hollywood look, but rather something heavily industrial and garish and ugly to the eye, dotted with blinking lights, not to add some pretty aesthetic, but just out of the way that lights will dot a large, framework in a construction site for the sake of use. this enormous machine is being dragged out of the sky by Miranda Esper's psychic powers. As Miranda is dragging the machine, Carly Moss paints a protective circle around both her and Miranda, using magic to shield them both from whatever dangers they may encounter. Orin and Wen pile into the living van, which spreads mechanical wings and flies into the air. While Susan Hanzo, complete in her Renaissance fair medieval armor, taps a rune on the breastplate to create 2 giant wings made of swords, which allows her to fly into the air. As she soars past the van, she lands on the flying saucer and slams the largest of her swords down, hitting it with such force that a good section of the hull cracks. And then, stabbing the sword into the crack, she begins dragging it along, with explosions following in her wake as she destroys some of the internal mechanisms of the ship. It is the first blood of the fight. And perhaps the last. Because upon being damaged, the ship emits a pulse. And everyone in the vicinity winces as their ears pop. And the sky turns purple. And the restless dead of Dust Devil Ranch begin to rise. On the ground, Carly Moss, seeing the various specters and phantasms that haunt this part of Melody, puts away her paint, grabs her knitting needles, and prepares to fend them off while trying to protect Miranda. Only for a screen to appear on the Gray's flying saucer that projects kaleidoscope imagery. Miranda, upon seeing that, stops, clutches at her head, and screams as her skin peels off to reveal the half-alien form she hides beneath it.
Ooh.
As she's screaming, her psychic powers go haywire, and large tears in reality begin to form that are filled with television static as various horrors emerge from them, summoned by Miranda's powers going haywire. Carly is now on the ground being surrounded by monsters, way outmatched. She tries her best to fend them off, spearing things with knitting needles and unseaming them, but is very quickly surrounded. A dread chill fills the air as snow begins to fall, and one of the worst creatures in Melody emerges, its huge eyes bulging in the bleeding sockets of its skull as its long-limbed body slowly stalks out, its blavering jaws brimmed with sharp, long fangs. Thought you escaped old Bloody Eyes, did you?
I'd be big.
And
Mouth.
as old Bloody Eyes runs at the group, a shadow is cast over them, and Orin and Wen see in their rearview mirror the form of Big Mel raising his axe just before he brings it down and bisects the van.
Oh.
Oh,
Susan Hanzo rushes to the ground and begins chopping her way through monstrosities, and eventually realizes that as long as Miranda Esper is up and active, more and more of these tears in reality are going to come. So she quickly rushes through the protective circle and tries to knock Miranda out with the butt of her sword. But Miranda twitches, and the blow goes wrong, and instead the blade connects with Miranda's head. And Susan watches horror-struck as she just cracks Miranda's skull, and Miranda drops like a twig. Old Bloody Eyes sees Big Mel, and before Big Mel can kill Henry and Orin as they lie in the dead remains of their van, Old Bloody Eyes screams, "No more lumberjacks!" and jumps upon the giant monstrosity. Carly Moss is busy unseaming things with her knitting needles, but it's very clear that with half the team out for the count and more monstrosities coming in, they're kind of fucked. And as she panics,
jeez.
everyone's ears pop again. The witching hour recedes, and all the ghosts leave. Our heroes stand on the ground, Miranda is bleeding profusely from the skull. Orin and Wen are weaponless. Carly is on the verge of exhaustion. Susan is struck with horror at what she's done. And they are in no shape to continue the fight. And as if knowing this and wishing to twist the knife in further, a tractor beam emerges from the Gray's UFO, and a man slowly descends from it. And just as he's about to reach the ground, green unearthly fire emerges from his body, and with one last despairing shriek, he combusts into nothing. Our 5 heroes watch as the Gray's spaceship recedes back into the sky. Their mission a failure. Henry is the first to speak as he stands up from the van and readjusts his tie. I'm taking Spindle's offer. Orin immediately wheels on him. No, absolutely not. You know how shady they are. Yeah? Do we? On the words of some sort of fucking moth monster? You know what they are? They're resources. They know what they're doing. We're just 5 fucks in the middle of nowhere. But come on, rethink this. You know, we're doing a good job. We've done good work. We found Drake's pirate treasure. We fought off Saniac. Leonard's dead. All right. I can't do this anymore. I can't go on your little heroes crusade. I can't be your fucking... God, what the fuck is the guy's name in Don Quixote?
Sancho
Panza? Yeah, Sancho Panza. I can't be your Sancho Panza anymore. I mean, yeah, you can't even remember the name Sancho Panza. Is it the time to make jokes, Orin? Leonard's fucking dead. Rethink this. No. Miranda's got a hole in her fucking skull. We almost died. I'm out. And you all should come with me. Or quit. Walks off, and Orin is left crestfallen. Both Carly and Susan don't know what to say and are clearly thinking that Wen has a bit of a point. And at that moment, the group's plucky kid sidekick arrives, marching forward in a homemade mech suit, eager to engage in another adventure, only to see one of her friends bleeding from the head, as the others look utterly beaten. So ends the last ride of the Phantasmagoricals. So, you guys are on your way to the Wax Museum.
That was not the voice I was expecting Bloody Eyes to have.
Oh yeah, I've heard it before.
No more lumberjacks. Can I get that on like a sticker?
Well, we know the old Bloody Eyes and Big Mel have history.
Yeah.
It's also why Big Mel couldn't get through the forest.
There's territories.
Mm-hmm.
What was that?
Good.
There's territories for these things.
Holy shit!
Hey, go ahead.
Does that mean Drake probably knows that?
Who's to say Drake didn't get back?
I was just gonna be like,
I mean,
okay.
Drake was not there for that fight. He might know of it, but like Mephaust, he probably doesn't know the details because the people involved didn't mention them.
So Drake, when are you going to show me that treasure you said you were going to help me with?
Wait, I thought my treasure was at the bottom of the lake, being guarded by that skeleton who speaks French? Spanish? It's been a long time, I can't remember.
It was. I found him. We were going to go on a treasure hunt to Cadavra Cove.
Yeah, something always gets in the way of us going to Cadaver Cove. It's very unfortunate.
Yeah, when do
well,
you
we'll get
guys get
around
to
to
have
it.
the fun treasure hunting side quest episode?
We'll get to it eventually.
Probably when we fight mobsters.
That does sound like something we do, doesn't it?
Mm-hmm. You ever feel like someone just set up a bunch of exposition before you come onto the screen, and you're trying to live up to that act that came before you?
So Zoe,
Yes.
you
I'm
feel
riding with Chuck, by the way.
you feel something strange going on in your tummy.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Like something has just dissolved
Oh
and been
no.
absorbed.
Oh no.
It's strange. For a moment you think a witching hour has started even though you didn't feel your ears pop because the sky is purple. But then it's like,
Wait, are we already in a witching hour?
orange.
Yeah.
Then
We were
it's
already in a
like-
witching hour.
Were we? Yeah, probably, yeah.
Yeah.
And it's like yellow,
Hey,
green.
it's
like-
Chuck.
All the color.
Hey, Chuck.
You look at Chuck and like he's like so beautiful.
Whoa.
Oh my god, your hands are scorpions.
Whoa, when did this happen?
You hear the beautiful tweedling of various birds as they land on your arms, which you're holding out while looking at your scorpion hands. And the birds all have these smiling human faces as they say, "You're going on a trail."
Ooh, I love trip.
And you see a fucking rainbow road extend from the heavens, and the birds lift you up onto it, and you start sliding up this curling, beautiful MC Escher rainbow road into the sky.
Oh God.
Hey Zoe, sign this paper for me, please.
Drake is there, but he's also a banana.
Well,
Banana Drake!
it's peanut butter jelly time, peanut butter jelly time, peanut butter jelly
That
time.
horrible mid-2000s song starts playing as you're going up the rainbow road.
He punches wherever the song is coming from.
Ow! Zoe, what the hell?
No, I'm in the other car. Remember, I'm with Chuck.
You're floating through the sky, and as you throw through the sky, a million eyeballs open up inside of it, all of them
Oh.
with flashing irises of different colors, and they're all looking at you.
Miranda, when did you get here? When did you get so many eyes? Whoa, Randy, sounds funny.
Yeah, it's me, Rando.
No, you're Miranda.
I see you.
No.
And one of the eyes starts to twist and writhe until it bursts open, and a long arm reaches out from it and grabs you.
Whoa. Wait a minute, man. Whoa.
Buy her dinner first. Jesus Christ.
Look at you. Did you eat some drugs from a little birdie?
Did I?
Did
No,
you?
that couldn't have been me.
Look at
No.
you. Such
What?
a tiny little thing.
Hey, you're tiny.
Oh, it's got fingies.
Uh-oh.
Oh, such delicate little fingies. Let me. And it starts pulling you into the hole it's made in the sky. And when it does, you see what's on the other side, and there's a huge gaping mouth next to the arm.
Whoa!
Put
Whoa!
you in my mouth.
No, nope. I'm coming in.
It swallows you, and you start sliding down these intestines,
Oh,
these
God.
long curling intestines,
What the fuck?
which begin to bubble with eyeballs and mouths, and all of them are marveling at parts of your anatomy. It's got hair and delicious little toesy woesies.
Ugh.
What's a tasty little thing we found? It's got
I did not consent to this.
But it's not just this, is it? No,
What?
no, it's not just this at all. Do a
No.
little dance for us. Shed that
What?
nasty skin.
No.
Do a little dance
No.
for us.
No. No. I change when I want to change.
All right. Then we're going to let you see something really cool.
Is it
Oh,
cool?
no.
Is it?
You're suddenly pressed against the wall by one of the innards of this thing, and as
Oh.
you do, the skin of the wall like wraps around you, and you
Oh.
slide through it until the skin behind you grows really thin, and you feel the skin slowly like turn you around so you look out through the thin side, and you see through this translucent layer of skin the space between spaces, the world beyond the veil.
Oh. Whoa. What is?
It is to second the description from last session, like if you took a depiction of the universe and upped the psychedelicness by 10 Jack Kirby's.
Jesus.
That's a lot of Jack Kirby's.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
A lot of Jack Kirby's.
That's a lot of psychedelic.
It's like psychedelic, yeah.
You're seeing all like this strange cosmos of different universes, all held in their own self-contained veils, some large, some small. And every now and then you'll see some strange creature navigating the space between spaces.
What's that?
This is what you wanted to see, isn't it?
Really?
This
Want
space
to.
between spaces.
Oh, so this is like where you lose stuff in your mattress goes?
And if there's enough holes in your reality, everything goes here. And dies. Dies in a
no.
way you can't imagine.
No, wait, that's bad.
Yes! That's why we've got to seal it up.
Oh, how do I do that?
Oh, you don't, you silly little thing.
Oh, then who does?
Lots of people, but not you.
Oh, then why
But
am I
you
here?
know there's someone trying to claw their way through.
Yeah, there's that fucking hedgehog. I'll get that fucking hedgehog.
Oh, you think it's a hedgehog? That's cute. Let's show you. And you feel the flesh bubble and squirm around you as it's moving you somewhere in its lumpy body.
Okay, I'm not cool with the way this is going.
This is how it works.
No,
You're the one who took the drugs.
I didn't mean to.
No, whose fault is that?
The bird was too slow.
And you eventually see the bubble has moved to the point where you can see the organism you're a part of, which is just this giant like lump of flesh that looks almost like chewed bubble gum if it weren't dotted with eyes and mouths. But it stares at a being that is toweringly immense. Something that makes Big Mel look small. It's currently perched on the veil of your world, via like dozens of long tentacle-like limbs that end in oddly human hands. Nestled between just the the skirt of limbs is a bloated body that you see like glimpses of between its arms. Just this giant ragged thing dotted with eyes and mouths, much like the creature that you're in.
Hey,
And atop all the branches is a long spindly neck, and atop that, a huge, almost human head, save for the fact that there is a eye in its mouth and mouths in its eye sockets, no nose or ears.
Hey, I'm gonna throw up, okay?
I'd prefer if you didn't. This is my skin.
Oh, right. I didn't ask to get in your skin.
You did take the drugs, though.
I didn't mean to.
Well, look at
But
him.
you
He's looking
did.
at you. Do you want to wave?
No,
I'm
no,
going to wave.
So, this is him's true form, I guess.
And the entity turns its head, and its eye, its main eye, the eye in its mouth, gazes at you, and you hear words screaming in your head. You will become. You will become. You will become. You will become. And the creature slowly starts stalking towards you, though you notice it keeps one hand on a small pore in the skin of the world in the veil, as if to keep that pore open. It reaches out with one limb to touch you. Oh, this is bad. We should go.
Yes.
All right. Good. And
Quit fingering the world,
it quickly
asshole.
spits you out, and you start plummeting to the earth. At which point, a giant mouth emerges, and thousands of those horrible little human-faced birds swarm out and start pecking at you while saying, "This is for killing our brother! This is for killing our brother! This is for killing our brother!"
I'm sorry.
And you scream in terror as you are pecked apart by birds, and then you open your eyes, and you are in a cold sweat. You have been hyperventilating. Monosyllabic Chuck is like holding you, and he's clearly freaked out. He doesn't know how to deal with this. And you're back to normal, bewitched Melody.
The drugs! I'm sorry! The drugs!
Never take drugs from the human-faced birds, Zoe. Never take them.
Or just don't take drugs at all.
Yeah.
No! I'm sorry! Don't pick me again!
Don't worry, I won't peck you. I don't have a beak. In this form.
Can't stop the birds.
Beaks either!
Did they
Had
kiss
human
you?
faces!
So that means they kissed you apart. Ugh.
No!
That's why it's terrifying. Ugh.
No! I refuse. Where are we? Chuck?
We're in the truck. You
Oh.
you freaked me out for like 3 minutes there.
I freaked myself out for 3 minutes there. What the fuck? What? Do I remember what I saw?
Oh yeah, totally. It just happened.
I fucking. She curls up into a fetal position.
Why do you see me as a banana, Zoe? What the fuck?
Had a bad trip. And you were there. And you were there. At this point, you guys get to the Wax Museum, which of course is swarming with little watchers.
Hey, Zoe, there were watchers. You can get your camera upgraded.
No,
You had a-
watchers, not observers.
Yeah, we need observers. I mean,
You had a
yeah.
Watchers are the cute tiny ones with names that all start with W. Well, except for Jim. Observers are the really tall ones that act a little off-putting.
Yeah.
Zoe had a bad trip.
I'll never take drugs. 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 I'll never take drugs.
Oh, Zoe, are you okay?
No, God, no. Keep them away. Keep them away. Celia, keep them away.
Celia wraps an arm around Zoe and just kind of holds her close.
Zoe looks fucking awful right now. All frazzled and just like darting, eyes darting everywhere. Do I see any of the human-faced birds?
Nope, you're fine.
Good, they're birds, they're birds, they're birds, they're birds.
Meanwhile,
Okay.
inside the truck, Miriam is parked and she's steeling herself before she gets out.
I feel almost bad that we didn't warn Aaron about this, but at the
Tycho
same
did.
time,
Tycho did.
Oh, that's
There, Zoe. There's no such thing as birds.
That is factually false.
Goodbye, birdie. You
like
don't
my
exist at all.
Then again,
It's
I'd
like-
rather people say
it's like my-
birds don't exist.
Government
sorry.
spies for the bourgeoisie. My brother told our nephew when he was like 2 or 3 because he got spooked out by I don't know what it was. They're like, oh, it's okay, tigers aren't real. I think it was like the Jungle Book live action things. They got Shere Khan scared of. It's like, oh no, it's okay, tigers aren't real, but Godzilla is. I was like, why would you tell him that?
But
Was it
anyway,
everything you hoped for? Godzilla real, of course. What was the cost? All tigers. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to derail.
hey, it'd be better if someone said birds aren't real rather than reptiles. Science.
Miriam takes a deep sigh, turns off the truck, opens the door, steps out, and slowly walks to the wax museum door.
Zoe tries to climb out of the back of the truck and almost falls over. I'm okay, I'm fine.
Julie turns to Kaiko and is like, so, like, do you have fantasies about your boss dying? Because I feel like there's, like, a good chance of that actually happening.
We might want to go in and try to stop what happened.
All right.
Going to film it.
Julie!
Yeah, kid?
Drugs! Bad drugs!
I don't think you look like you need any, kid.
No, I ate the bird, and the bird had the drugs, and the drugs were bad!
Zoe, did you just take drugs?
She clings to Hal.
Oh shit, okay.
When you ask that, Hal, Julie's like, oh yeah, she did. I can tell. Alright, let's get you some water, because you're probably going to need it with whatever the fuck you took.
I didn't mean to eat the bird. I didn't mean to eat the bird.
So you took drugs from a bird in Bewitched Melody?
I didn't mean to eat the bird.
Why
Yeah,
did
don't
you
take
eat the bird?
drugs. I just don't think that's a smart idea in general.
Well, she just said she didn't mean to, Drake.
But why did you try?
I was just trying to snap my jaws in its direction to scare it away because it was trying to sell me drugs.
Yes. I see. Yes.
Indeed so, most indeedly.
Quite. Yes.
Are you at the Wax Museum?
Because we've been heading here the
Wait,
last few
you remember?
minutes to
You remember?
watch Hal's mom kill Orin.
No,
Yeah.
wait, Kaiko, we don't want Or to die, right?
We should probably stop that from happening. He says as he,
Right.
like, physically picks Zoe up and starts going into the wax museum.
She has like not claw, like a cat clinging to a person. General, where are you? Where's the general? General! She undoes one arm from Hal, scoops up the general, and then clings back to Hal with the general squished between them.
This was not my idea, General, so he keeps on going into the wax museum.
The general considers scratching the shit out of you, but he can tell you're in distress, so he refrains for now. For now.
He'll remember it later.
Mm-hmm. And then it'll be at night when you're asleep.
There will be
Yeah,
cat
sounds right.
revenge.
Aww. Yeah, I'm like 1/4 cat at this point.
All means you're all the more viable for cat revenge. When you guys enter the wax museum, you enter it to seeing Simon saying, ma'am, you can't just start opening doors, as Miriam is just going to door after door, opening it up, looking for it until finally she finds Orin's office. Ah, there you are. Oh, Miri. Hi. I definitely wasn't expecting to see you today, he says as he puts his cell phone into his pants pocket.
Can't go warn him this time.
Yeah, we got some things to discuss, she says before slamming the door closed.
We should probably keep Orin from dying, right? That's the thing we should do.
She won't literally kill him because we all know that she's in there with him, so she can't now.
Mm-hmm.
So guys,
Wait. Has your mom killed people?
Simon, get me a souvenir glass, quick.
Okay. Here, it's for the Melanie boys. No one likes those Gordy boys.
Thanks. And she puts the glass to the door and puts her ear to the bottom.
Oh, she's listening.
And I front-loaded a lot of monologue into this fucking session, huh? I'm beginning to regret that. Yeah, I know, you know?
You played yourself.
You're the one who took the drugs.
So you want to explain to me why my son has been roped into this shit? Well, it's actually a very good story. Good. It's a good story. That got my son involved in the business that killed one of my friends and mentors as a kid. It's a good story. Well, I mean, okay, I didn't rope him into it, first of all. Mm-hmm. See, you know, I hired Kaiko on because she's got Leonard's problem, and I wanted to keep an eye on her and see if I could help her, you know, and by proxy, fix what you failed to do with Leonard. I mean, yeah, that's a valid psychological reading of it, but I mean, you know, I didn't foresee, you know, Kaiko being friends with your kid. I just knew after she was abducted, someone would have to help her out with this because, I mean, no one helped Leonard.
And he went to blue.
And Kaiko is interested in the phenomena of melody for obvious reasons. And I wanted to guide her so that, you know, maybe this time it doesn't end bad. But my son has to be involved in this. He's her best friend. What am I tell them they can't see each other? I'm not even like her dad. You could have told him no. You could have said he's not allowed to be part of this business because you gave him a job, and you have pointed him in the direction of phenomena. Because someone has to take care of it. I'm getting old. I never could do it alone, and I really can't now. And I still believe that what we did when we were younger, that was good work. I'm not I'm not saying it wasn't Oren. I'm saying it's my kid. Well, Mary, I mean, we tried to get you to stay back every single time because you were like 10. I was 14. Yeah, okay. But when a Davidson puts their mind to something, they're going to do it. And if they're going to do it, they should do it right. And he's not even, 10, 14. He's an adult. He gets to make his choices. The way I did when I was his age, the way Miranda did, the way Wen did, the way Carly did, and Susan and Leonard. Yeah, the way Leonard did. I should have moved. I should have moved when I had the kid. But Mary, I mean, you love this town. Yeah. It's not a place to raise kids. Well, I mean, if it helps, I think he's grown into a very fine young man. Oren, you were like a punk. Yeah, cheap vandal, but I was friends with Wen. I'm sure he's doing something great in some office, some middle manager.
Is Isaac hearing this?
Yeah, I'm one.
Pile on the door around Celia.
So is that all that brought you into my office today? Promise you'll keep him safe. Oh, dude, Mary, I don't even have to promise. Friggin' Ivora's watching over him. She was always aloof. Yeah, well, she flew into a flying saucer to save him, so
What?
guess she's growing sentimental in her old years.
Oh,
She did watch
It
Belle
helps.
grow up.
yeah.
It helps that we killed the guy sent to kill her or take her. That day was fuzzy.
Did you pop into the office to say that? By the way,
Yes. Yes, I
You
did.
tried, but when you pop in, you're sucked into a ghost trap that's shaped like a bug zapper.
Does it have a little
When
sticker that says Drake Trap?
Yeah, Oren briefly notices it, grabs the trap, presses a button, and a tube comes out into his office. He puts the trap into the tube, and Drake, you get sucked out and shunted into a room filled with Oopla waffle boxes while he puts the trap back up on his wall.
Fuck this. I'm going to bed.
Oh no.
Mary's like, I need a drink. You're, as I've said several times, you're way too young for that. I'm in my early 50s. Yeah, point.
Wait, Drake. I mean, Hal's mom's in her early 50s.
yeah.
She'd be like 51-ish. I'm thinking. I'm trying to figure out the timeline of this.
Sal's like 20
Probably
or something.
Probably doesn't hold up super well under scrutiny. I'm figuring she's like roughly like 12 to 15 years younger than Oren and Miranda's generation.
Okay.
Because like looking at the timeline of this takes place in 2024, that's what roughly makes sense. And, Hal's 20 years old, so,
Yeah.
roughly.
Were they active in the 80s or the 90s?
Late 80s, early 90s. Because Miranda was born in either the late or mid 60s, if I remember correctly. Which I should, because it's my own bullshit, but who fucking knows. So she would be in her 20s. in the 80s, and edging towards her 30s in the late night in the by the 90s. But as you remember, Miranda currently doesn't look a day over 30, so she doesn't
Yeah.
exactly age normally. Once her alien side became active, her aging slowed quite a bit, which is why she's aged maybe 10 years in the last 3 or so decades.
Yeah. Timeline's screwy worry anyway, so.
It makes enough sense for me not to freak out about it. Repeat to yourself, it's just an improvisational RPG podcast. Well, you should really just relax.
Yeah.
I don't know why I called it a podcast. We're not on any podcast platform. It's a YouTube audio drama. So, those two are currently getting drunk in Oren's office. Did you guys have any business here?
I think the juicy part's over.
Didn't we come to like touch bases on how to approach the Sanyek thing from here and figure out how to deal with the big fucking room thing?
For us having a reason beyond just Miriam wanting to yell at Oren.
Yeah, I think that was the reason. That sounds reasonable.
Yeah, Kaiko's coming here just to help figure out, like, try to touch bases on how to stop the Jesuses. So, investigating a mystery, as you will.
I saw this. I saw Sanyik.
Because I realized we haven't done the whole investigate a mystery opening thing.
That's true, we haven't.
So we should like look through Oren's files.
Alright.
That's a 9 for Kaiko, which is a hold of 3, I think.
Let's see what I get.
9 is 2, I think.
A 7 and 9 is a hold of 1 for investigate a mystery. A 10 or above is a hold of 2.
Okay.
And you're looking up specifically Sanyik in Oren's secret files.
Which Kaiko's our manager, so she has access to.
Yes, you definitely do. I mean, you guys have
I
had
got
access
it.
to those for a while.
6.
Okay, I've got a 9.
I got a 6. I failed.
Alright.
I got a 12.
I leveled up for that failure, though.
Did get experience.
I got a rock.
Okay. So
Drake,
the
wake up.
questions. I'm going to give you the stock questions, and I'm also going to allow you to come up with ones of your own if you are so inclined. This is specifically about researching the Sanyik version of He Who Becomes in the past when reading the notes that Oren and company took back then. The stock questions are: what happened here? What sort of creature was it? What could it do? What could hurt it? Where did it go? What was it going to do? And what was being concealed here?
Kaiko's going to take what is being concealed here.
Okay.
Hmm.
Okay. What Oren and his group, the Phantasmagoricals, were able to figure out when in fighting Sanyik is that they named the entity He Who Becomes Sanyik, because that was the avatar that it would take, and it was infecting kids through a popular gaming mascot, and thought Sega was going to win the console wars, so it might as well go with Sonic.
Oh, wow.
Chump. So
Dumb bitch.
the creature was using Sonic's appearance and Sonic video games to try and convert people to following it. Get them upset. Basically, kids were obsessively playing this game, not eating, not sleeping, and slowly, the longer they played, they eventually reached a new level, which had a physiological effect on them and started to turn them into those disciples of He Who Becomes, those who became, if you will. What Orin and his group, gleaned from their interaction is that this entity, has not solely a result of this video game phenomena, but this is just one of many schemes it has had to try and recruit people from our world, and that from what they glean from the interaction, this creature has tried many times, many ways, and it might try again. Which, granted, is not a whole lot more than you know, but it does speak to the fact that these schemes and these disciples, the converts that it makes, they're not the source; they're a symptom. The gourmand was not the entity. It was just one of many attempts by the entity to convert this world.
So the gourmand was he who must become.
It was an avatar for it. It was a fragment of He Who Must Become. But one of the quotes that they have from the entity is, "I have many eyes and I have many mouths. You will become my eyes. You will become my mouths." That this thing, like Legion in the Bible, is many but one. Alright, so that's what's being concealed here. Other questions?
You go first, Isaac. I'll take what's left.
I guess what can hurt it?
What can hurt it? When they were fighting Saniac, getting the creature to manifest was hard. Its disciples were not super hardy. They had some nasty tricks up their sleeves, but they could be killed, fairly easily, perhaps more so than a normal human because their bodies tended to be very frail and spindly. Destroying Saniac itself required them to go into the video game world, which involved some convoluted horseshit that Miracle Miri, a member of their team, whipped up. They tronned themselves and went into the world and fought Saniac off there. It seems that whatever primary avatar Saniac uses or He Who Becomes uses in a given scheme also determines the weakness. That there will always be some sort of a clergyman, if you will. If the transformed, those who become are the disciples, the converts, there is always a clergyman, a priest, a bishop, a saint, if you will, of He Who Becomes, who is leading the conversion effort. If you can find the clergyman, you can kill it. In this case, the clergyman was Sonic himself in the video game code. So they had to kill Sonic, which meant teaming up with Dr. Eggman and hacking the video game so they could make it unwinnable for Sonic and thus destroy Saniac and kill that clergyman of He Who Becomes. Which makes that particular scheme no longer viable for He Who Becomes. Like Queen Beryl, once a scheme has failed for He Who Becomes, he can no longer use that scheme.
So, in this modern iteration, we have to find whoever's pushing the Jesus imagery.
That would be a logical assumption.
I have an idea, but that's me, and I don't know if Isaac has the information about the Jesus critic.
Yes. Any other questions?
I failed, so I can't get anything.
I think Isaac has 2, so you're 11, right?
Yeah, I guess where did it go?
Where did it go? Once Saniac was destroyed, all the corrupted cartridges went back to normal. No trace of Saniac or the extra paranormal corruption were present, and all children who were in the process but not fully transformed, not fully converted, uh, eventually went back to normal, even growing new eyes in their hollowed out sockets and new teeth in their empty mouths. It was something of a miracle. Um, so basically, once the clergyman is destroyed, uh, all those not fully converted before the clergyman's death are saved, and the clergyman and its followers are all essentially wiped from this plane of existence. Whether they're fully destroyed or merely ejected is unknown to Orin and his crew.
And I had one, so
Mhm.
I mean, we answered a lot of those questions already.
Well, remember,
I
you can
didn't-
also make up a question. I will allow you to go off script here.
Anybody have any ideas for a question to ask? Otherwise,
I didn't roll because Celia's still listening to the door.
Kaiko will tap Celia.
Why?
Trying to figure. We're going through Orin's private files to figure out how to deal with. You know what?
Oh. Okay. Celia got a 6.
That's what I got.
oh, I guess Hal is going to. I'm going to go ahead and ask. We know what it can do and where it is and all that stuff. How do we get to the weakness to stop it from there? Like, what kind of process would we have to go through?
Okay. So reading the file on Saniac and also thinking about your current experiences, they tried breaking cartridges, and all that did was speed up transformation. Turned out it was a very bad idea. They only did it once, thankfully, but the like just destroying the image through which the vessel is coming through is not enough. You have to like its weaknesses is fought on its own terms. With the gourmand, it required you guys to take a little bit of it to make the sword that killed the gourmand. With this new entity, you have to fight it on the battlefield in which it's fought. So if it's now trying to conquer us through art, it has to be defeated with art.
Oh.
Hmm.
Do we have to make a paper mache Longinus?
That'd be hilarious.
So if it can only be defeated through art, then that means the only way to defeat it is to make something that wins the art fair?
How do you do that?
Well, we'd have to get rid of all the judges for one.
Well, I guess we're defaulting to murder after all.
That's what I wanted to ask Oren and your mother about. Since we have more, they now know what's going on. They could probably give us a suggestion on how to approach the three.
Yeah, we could ask. So we go up to the door, like,
Yeah, you might want to ask them quick. They sound like they're gonna, get drunk in there. So
Zoe knocks on the door.
You don't get a response, but you do hear laughing behind the door, and they're like loud, excited talking. It's muffled where you can't quite tell what they're saying, but clearly the two of them are having fun now.
How's Mom? Oren? Knocks again.
Chief McCloud,
It's Zoe. We kind of need your guys' help.
If the talking is loud, you get the feeling they actually can't quite hear you.
Zoe, Han, this is how it's done. Celia just pushes open the door.
And then
I don't think there's gonna be any help.
we had to beat remember when we took the baseball bat and the head went flying? No, I know. Oh my god. I've always wanted to just beat the shit out of one of those animatronics,
the door.
but I didn't think it would be that easy.
Hal?
Let's wait till they're sober.
Yeah, Hal, your mom's on commission for a little bit.
yeah, that's fair.
Wow, they are very light drinkers. They're already drunk.
They probably took like 5 shots in a row.
Oren has some very, very good, very high alcohol content scotch.
Possibly supernatural.
Possibly
Question: is it from like is it vodka in a glass skull?
Oh god, yeah, yeah. He's got some fucking Dan Aykroyd vodka.
So, guys,
We'll have to save those.
And to be fair, you guys have been researching for like 20 minutes. You don't read one of those files in like 5 seconds. It took time.
Wait, what did my failure get me?
Jack shit.
We haven't gotten a fun failure fact in a while.
There's not a penalty for failing investigate a mystery. You just don't get anything.
I know, but you've done like failure facts before.
Well, to be fair, I didn't prepare a fact sheet for this one. Okay, if you want a failure fact, they theorized about why he didn't infect Mario. And they think that it might be that he just felt that fat Italian plumber was just not the image he wanted to go for. He'd rather go for the world's most sexy hedgehog.
Oh God, no! So he like finds that and makes the face.
And when you think about it, how the internet has fan arted Sonic compared to how the internet has fan arted Mario, and the higher quantity of deranged Sonic fan art out there, kind of makes sense.
You see Zoe's face go through the 5 stages of grief.
No one draws Mario weeping at the cross, But they've done that with Sonic.
People do.
I don't know. I'm in the same place as Zoe right now. Zoe's like looking through a file, and her face goes through the 5 stages of grief as she's looking through this file.
Did you guys know there was a lost SpongeBob episode where Squidward commits suicide?
That's just a creepypasta. Right? She looks around to Kaiko. Right?
I was looking at the notes that Celia's reading and is going, what's in Oren's notes? Either he put it on the internet to make shits and giggles, or it happened.
Maybe there will be both.
Yeah, that's yeah.
Please note that Celia does creepypasta readings on the internet. She should know this.
You haven't gotten to that one yet. It's fine.
So we need to figure out how to beat this thing at its own game.
Yeah.
Oh, right, that reminds me. Oh, right, they're drunk.
So
It's been at this particular game for a while, guys.
Yeah,
it
I think it would also behoove you to think about how this particular scheme seems to be working. Like, what are the mechanics of it?
Okay, so what we know. It attacks artists whenever they make a Jesus figure. And the Jesus it's that they make comes to life.
they don't seem to be infected, like transform until after their thing comes to life, because the bread dude that
Yeah,
really knew didn't transform until after his bread Jesus
Do we know who
disappeared.
made the Driftwood Jesus?
Yeah, and they're still around. They're not transmogrified.
Okay, so previous creators of Jesus imagery, who do you lose?
Shady.
Oh.
Yeah, he said he'd be leaving around this time. Julie thinks for a moment, while idly touching her scar and says, the big rotten statue thing said that he wasn't worthy or something like that. Is that anything?
Yeah. And that thing was from, I think, from like years ago, because it was really worn down from being in water for so long. It was like waterlogged.
So, like, if this thing has been at this for a while, like,
Also,
and if it's only converting one person at a time, that's really slow. Wouldn't it want something that does like a mass convert?
Wait, wasn't your mother going in for Hal's mother for some kind of display? Some massive display with a giant cross?
I left before she came here, so I have not talked to her. I don't know.
yeah, that
Yeah,
is
from what I
she was
gather,
doing.
that's
I wasn't there either.
That is what she was doing.
Okay.
So,
yeah.
On that note,
and
the
hold on.
bread.
The judges have been the ones who've been judging Jesus' art. Maybe all three of the judges are the vessels?
Is there a Jesus cult?
That's called
You mean
Christianity.
Christianity?
I know.
Wait, but also, guys, the bad guy didn't transform until after his sculpture was destroyed. He hadn't had that thing finished and like stored in a fridge, right? Julie?
Yeah, he had it in a refrigerator to keep it fresh.
Yeah,
Wait,
he had it
destroying-
done already, but he didn't transform until it came to life and fell apart.
And
Well,
it didn't come to life
I
until
mean-
you got near it, Julie.
Like, it wasn't there like a couple days ago, so I think like it was the first day he was displaying it.
Okay, so he just got done it and might have been starting to transform already? He just didn't notice it at first? Was he acting weird that morning?
You might have
No.
to display it first.
No,
Oh.
yeah.
Oh! The fair where
It did make a
everybody
scene, you
displays
said.
their stuff. Everybody displays it that day.
That would be the perfect place to bombard a large amount of people with a repeating mimetic hazard. Yeah.
Alright. So, we need to get rid of all the judges, then.
We need to ban Jesus.
We need to beat Jesus.
How do we fight something that's already dead? Or
Like,
possibly didn't
we've
exist
got
at
to
all?
make an artwork that's so good, it's better than Jesus. We got to be the Beatles.
What?
There was this controversy in the 60s where like one of the fucking Beatles said like we're bigger than Jesus because their albums were selling better than the Bible, and a bunch of Christians got really pissy about it. It's a pop culture reference. It's a dated reference, but it checks out.
I'll trust you. You've not steered me wrong just yet, Billy. Huh? You haven't steered me wrong just yet, Julie.
Give it time.
That list of people that are making things for the art fair. I know that not all of them can be convinced not to make Jesus, but if we can go individually and do that, that might help.
All right, so we need to attack on multiple fronts. Then convince individual people to stop making Jesus, as well as somehow sack the judges.
And win the art fair.
Well, if we sack the judges, winning the art fair should be a bit much more easier to pull off.
Yeah.
The new judges could rule that because of all the previous years, Jesus imagery won't be a winning thing.
Or
Make it more-
conversely, things made of the smaller things.
I mean, we could try and make a thing made of
If
smaller
we're gonna
things.
sack the judges, we need to get replacements because they're not just gonna let them go if they don't have someone else to keep things
All
running.
right,
I
so-
mean,
And
there's
they gotta
at
be
least,
like
We need
qualified
Pillars
people.
of the community.
there's at least
Well,
one
how about the
judge
person-
right here.
Wait a minute. How about the person who made the original art fair?
Who was that?
Carly Moss.
Oh yeah.
Wait a minute. Conversely, we could do our own art fair.
Blackjack
I don't
and
think
hookers?
And
I don't
just
think we
get
really get-
everyone else who's not the, let's say, chuckle fuck. Well,
But,
the
like,
Satanists are having a meeting tomorrow. So if we're gonna have a meeting discussed on what to do there, that's the place to do it.
so they'll disrupt the actual art fair with their devil dragon while we run another art fair?
As well as the YouTube swarm.
Oh, right, them and the YouTube swarm. I forgot about that for a second.
An underground art fair where anybody who's making a Jesus, we can talk them into taking part in the underground art fair.
Because they don't have to do a Jesus.
Does this sound like a valid idea?
Sounds like the
Seems
best
good.
idea we've had so far.
Also,
Julie gives a thumbs up with her needle hand. Seems good to me.
we could get Orin to be a judge because Orin is, a big part of the town, has been here
Wait
a
a
long
minute.
while.
Carly
If-
Moss, Oren,
You're gonna need to convince the mayor of the judge. I know that much because that's my mom's talked about this sometimes. And Oren's never gonna get to be a judge because the mayor hates him.
Oh.
what
What
do we
about
know of the mayor, TT?
What does Spindle know about the mayor?
Okay. Well, for one, she's a small-time politician.
Great.
Mayor June Spector. She's sunny. She's upbeat. She's a little eccentric. Talks with a thick Southern accent that's almost certainly fake. Generally prefers to run a nice, tourist-friendly town. She clashes with Orin because she personally thinks the whole wax museum thing and focus on cryptozoology is a little trashy. Like, there's a reason why Orin's not allowed to contribute things to the official Melody Library or museum.
Oh.
generally views Oren as the kind of person who brings the reputation of the town down. She doesn't want to run a town that's filled with ghost stories and people looking for spooky things. She wants a pleasant, friendly town where people feel safe to go to the beaches and camp in the woods and shouldn't worry about the high number of disappearances. She's not quite the Jaws mayor, but she's on the Jaws mayor side of mayor's spectrum.
Boy.
So, from what we know about her, if we can convince her that the Melody Art Fair proper is going to bring incredibly bad press because of all the YouTube scandal and shit, we could then shift the focus onto our art fair where we get to pick the judges.
Yeah.
It should be noted, June Spector was not the mayor in charge when Carly Moss was ousted and the coup took over for the Melody Art Fair's staff. June Spector's been around for a couple of years. So in some ways she's a neutral party. She's not going to be on board of Oren, but that does not mean that she's going to be completely opposed to a change in management. You just have to make a case that the new management would be better than the old.
So Carly Moss is probably one if we can convince her.
Yep.
Maybe Hell's
Yeah.
Mom?
I mean, Carly Moss works at the public access, station, so she is technically government staff.
Oh, and Miranda Northern?
Yes, Miranda would know her.
Cool. I can go talk to Miranda and get, because I haven't seen Miranda in a bit. That'd be nice, especially after the day I'm having. And try and see if I can talk to Carly Moss.
Mhm.
And whoever wants to come with me. When's the witching
TT,
hour?
does Spindle have like a PR like face, like someone who does Spindle like, oh, the local corporation is donating this to the library, kind of?
I would say that Spindle does have a plant in the mayor's office in the form of April Umbra, the dour, cynical, and also slightly eccentric assistant to Mayor June Spector.
June Spector is an awesome name.
It is.
Yeah, it's a month and a synonym for ghost.
Yeah, it's almost like it's a play on May Shade.
Just as April Umbra is a month and a synonym for shadow.
Hmm.
I see what you did there, DT.
Yep. That's a Conquered Worm reference for those of you who remember it.
Mm-hmm.
No.
Me
Nope.
neither.
Gray, you want to be introduced to this session, right? If possible, or are you just watching?
I'm down for either. I don't have
Well,
to be introduced, but
If you got an
there's-
idea, shoot it to me, because I can work it in.
Oh,
Yeah.
question. Did Isaac hear them say Harry or when they were talking? Was
Let
it?
me get a dice roller out. Odds or evens?
Evens?
All right, yes.
Isaac has been thinking about checking in with Spindle, and he's going to say, I should probably check in with Spindle, update them on the situation, and see if they've got any leads on their end. They were going to look into what they could do on their end.
We're still in Bewitched, right?
Yeah.
We actually needed to turn back to normal.
I mean, you've got the thing.
I mean, you only have a certain amount of uses. Do you want to use it to just turn it back, or we want to wait till it's turned back?
Well, time won't continue until Melody is over, so I think we can wait it out.
Yeah. I guess. And Miranda's not frozen in the Witch Melody, right?
No,
Have we?
no.
Have we?
Oh,
established
definitely not.
that?
A watcher enters the room while you guys are talking this, and he's got a big bucket of popcorn, and he grabs it, and he holds the kernel up to his eye, and looks at it very, very, very nicely, and he looks at it, and eventually it fades from view. He grabs another kernel, and he looks at it.
Oh, hey, Watcher. I don't know
Yeah?
your name. I'm sorry. Have you seen any of the observers around?
Oh, the observers! Oh no, those guys are sticks in the mud. I don't care for them.
I need their help though.
Oh, well. Good luck. You always ask that one girl. She always knew how to find them. You want some popcorn?
What girl?
Oh, she hasn't been here in ages. She had you looked like Vampira, you know?
Miranda?
You want some popcorn?
Sure.
Yeah, Oren's got a picture of her in his office.
Yeah, Miranda. Okay, that's another reason to go to Miranda. She might know how to help me get a hold of an observer to get a new camera. Her face twitches when she mentions new camera.
Cameras are fun, but they're no replacement for eyes.
He looks at another popcorn kernel, and slowly it disappears.
So he reaches and picks up a piece of popcorn and observes the popcorn.
Yeah, it's a popcorn kernel.
It doesn't have drugs in it, right?
No, it's popcorn. It's
All right.
just got no nutritional value whatsoever.
She eats the piece of popcorn.
Basically garbage.
Yeah, it's the popcorn. It's fine. It's tasty.
It's packing peanuts for your stomach.
Okay, so who wants? I'm gonna go see Miranda. Who wants to come see Miranda with me?
Who all's doing what?
Well, Kaiko is going to once. I imagine we're all going to do this tomorrow.
Yeah. I mean, tomorrow is when the Satanists are going to get back to you with the list of people.
Okay. So
Because,
tomorrow
yeah.
we'll split up and do things then. Kaito, you'll go to the Satanists.
And I'll put my plan.
Okay. I'll go to Miranda and just ask her about the observers and try and get to what's her name? Cindy.
Carly.
Carly
Carly,
Moss.
thank you. Carly Moss. And I'll go to Miranda and see if I can't get a hold of Carly Moss and just ask Miranda for help for other things.
Kaiko is going to text Oren when he's sober about the game plan and if he had any ideas. When he's sober.
So who wants to come with me? Am I just taking Chuck again?
No, I'll come with you, says Julie as she claps you on the back.
I'll come too.
Wait, did she clap her with the metal hand?
No, the human hand. She's not completely
Okay.
stupid.
Anybody coming with me to the Satanist?
I can come with you there.
Sure,
Yeah.
I went with first.
Okay, so you three go
I
to
just
Satan.
need to make a call to Spindle at some point.
Yeah, we have
Not
today.
having Spindle help sweeten the honey pot for the Mayor June.
Yeah, that's the corporate sponsor right there.
Are you going, Celia?
I'll come with you.
Okay, so that's 3 and 3. I guess we just wait till tomorrow comes. I guess. Oh right, I
That's
gotta
what
pick
we
up the
always
sword.
do until we're dead.
She slowly turns to look at the Watcher.
He's eating more popcorn by looking at it.
Particle annihilation stare.
Yeah, those guys say some off-kilter shit.
That one was a little weird, yeah. Oh,
Hey, you think this witching hour's got a lot more time on it, or what?
I don't know. Oh, Simon, hey, have you seen any of those human-faced birds?
Nope, don't know what you're talking about. Anyway, I'm gonna be in the background with Myler.
Wait a minute. Simon, no!
Simon books it from the counter, and he makes it to the veterinary clinic, and you hear the door lock.
Simon's been
That's where
taking
Simon
bird
gets his
drugs.
weed. That's where Simon gets his weed. Oh, Simon, your dealer might be dead.
No, the hide behinds have the best kush.
Yeah, but
Yeah, I could have told you
I
that.
knew Rufus was the
Don't take
dealer.
bird drugs. That's a bad idea.
Yeah, you should, if you want drugs, you should talk to Rufus.
Drugs. No,
Didn't they
none
teach
of
you in
that.
school? Don't do bird drugs.
I didn't. Wait, what?
Don't do bird drugs. They're not drugs for you. They're drugs for birds. Don't
I
do
didn't-
those bird drugs. Just do regular drugs for your own kind. Don't do those
didn't.
bird drugs, kids. Don't do the bird drugs. Or I'll cut you in the night with a knife. Don't do the bird drugs.
Do I need to? Do I need to punch you in the eye?
I'd prefer if you didn't.
Then you just threatened to cut me with a knife.
No, that's the song.
Oh, what?
You know, at the assemblies, you all gather in the room and they sing it and they tell you not to do bird drugs.
They don't say bird drugs. It's don't do drugs at all.
I don't know what assemblies you were attending.
High school assemblies.
Fucking- Yeah, I bet you went to high school doing bird drugs.
She glares at the watcher. I'm gonna poke you in the eye one of these
No,
days.
don't poke my eye! It's my main organ!
Yeah,
Stop being an asshole.
yeah, don't do bird drugs, kids.
There's a sloshing sound, and you look at Duchess Scissorjaw, and she is got her giant paws up against the glass side of her tank, and her big turtle head is appearing over there. Reminder to our listeners, there's a giant snapping turtle living in here, even
Yeah.
outside the witching hour.
Wait a minute. Has Justice Scissorjaw been fed today?
I tossed her some funnel cake. Does that count?
I know.
I assume Valerie was feeding her.
Or Simon.
I mean, Kaiko, you've worked there long enough to know that Duchess Scissorjaw is always asking for treats.
Oh. But she has been fed today on her regular
Yeah,
feeding.
yeah. You can see the bucket of empty bucket of fish heads, with fish head residue. But she wants treats. If she could speak, she would say Duchess Scissorjaw demands treats.
Well, it's just a witch melody, so...
Yeah, this is Bewitched Melody.
Duchess Scissorjaw cannot speak.
Okay.
She may be oversized, but she is a turtle.
She is slightly supernatural.
Do I see anything treat worthy?
I mean, there's jerky in the story. You could give her some jerky.
Alright.
Or you could give her the Watcher, see what happens.
No, I've unintentionally ended one life. I never want to do that again. She tosses Duchess Scissorjaw jerky.
Duchess Scissorjaw greedily eats it and then opens her mouth for more.
Okay, she gives her the whole bag. Not the bag part, but like all the jerky in the bag.
Are you gonna pay for that?
Yeah, you gonna pay for that?
I had money!
Alright, just making sure.
Jeez.
Scissorjaw is eating a shitload of jerky and she looks happy.
Okay. So he puts some money on the counter. Hey, whenever you're done in there's money on the counter for this jerky.
You don't hear a response, and given what you are pretty sure they're doing, you don't want to.
Oh, okay, I'm leaving now. Wait, her to the. Oh, okay, she doesn't leave because we're all here, but she just peek out the door.
Alright. Okay, so you peek outside the door of the Wax Museum.
Yeah.
A couple blocks away, Big Mel is stomping around.
Okay, she looks immediately away from that. Do I see any Jesuses?
No.
Okay. Do I see any unnatural eyes looking at us?
No, sky's just purple, like normal.
All right. Suspicious eyes closes the door. So he's just decided to plop down the floor and leans against the wall.
They're fucking not, TT. You.
Man, today's just not my day, guys.
That's what drugs will do to you.
I didn't mean to do the drugs, Drake. She puts her head in her hands. just want to go to sleep.
But does
I gotta sleep then. We got a fucking nap room. Let me show you. And the little
What?
watcher waddles away.
All
And he
right.
waddled away. Waddle, waddle.
Wait, Zoe,
waddle, waddle.
before you go,
What? Huh?
sign this.
What's this?
Don't worry about it.
Zoe, me, what it is. What is it?
An agreement for a later date.
I trust you, Drake. Well, I'll do something with you at a later date.
Thank
Besides
you.
it.
The pact is sealed.
That was it's not about eating my soul, right?
Nah.
Okay. I guess you don't really need our consent for that, but I imagine you would ask for consent first if you could. Anyway,
Yes.
I'm gonna go take a nap now. Today just needs to end. She follows the Watcher.
Okay, you follow the Watcher through the room that contains the Sewer Gator and Big Sid, and
Two waves.
their half snake, half alligator offspring.
Wait.
Yeah, that happened.
When? What?
Well,
That
Big
was the first-
last time you guys checked on them, Big Sid was pregnant and had laid eggs.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and we established the fact that
Oh,
these two
yeah.
were romantic in some way.
Yeah.
Oh my god, they had babies!
You
LOL,
know,
Snake.
the Sea of Monsters is populated by monsters that emerge from other planes. So there we go.
The question is, how's the Wax Museum going to display the hybrid babies?
Well, the downside is they only appear during the witching hour.
Aw.
They're not quite strong enough yet to find a purchase in this reality as is, so.
Oh.
They're part-time parents.
Oh, you're so cute.
Plus side, both pythons and crocodiles and alligators, like they can exist as babies and pretty much be okay. I mean, crocodilians have to take care of their young for a bit, but the young are still able to hunt just fine.
Right.
All right, so the Watcher leads you through that room into one of the rooms that contains some of the various non-living exhibits of the Wax Museum, and then into a room that isn't normally there via pulling a string that reveals a set of stairs, which sets you into the attic of the Wax Museum, which does not exist outside of the witching hour.
Is this safe? Is this safe?
Yeah, I go here all the time.
Okay, is it safe for me?
I don't fucking know. Come on.
Fine. Orin trusts you guys.
And you go up in there, and you're in a break room filled with the little Watchers. They're drinking coffee and doing weird, just doing shit on their break. And he leads you through there into a room that has dark blue walls and a lavender carpet and a bunch of beds of various sizes.
Yeah, let's chill out and take a nap. It's fine.
I need it. Today's not been my. What's your name? Are you Jim or are you one of the other Watchers?
I'm Wendy.
Wendy. Today has not been my day, Wendy.
Yeah, you did bird drugs. That's fucking weird.
I didn't mean to. Listen,
Yeah, don't do bird drugs again.
I didn't want to the first time.
Yeah, well, now you'll never want to ever.
I don't. Oh yeah, I got a bird AK-47. Is that dangerous?
Yeah, it's a gun.
So like, it's not gonna shoot holes in anything like outside of a normal gun.
It's definitely gonna shoot holes into things. That's what guns do.
No, I said outside of normal things. Like it's not gonna like shoot holes into Bewitched Melody or something, right?
I don't know. I've never fired a bird gun.
All right, I'm just gonna take a nap.
Yeah, take your nap.
He climbs into a appropriate sized bed and crawls up into a ball.
A few minutes later, Wendy returns to you guys.
Yeah, that kid's got issues.
Yeah,
He's had a bad day.
I mean, everyone does bird drugs once in a while, says Julie.
Yeah. But then the return trip, it's a mess. They start pecking you and pecking
Yeah.
you, and they go for your eyes. So
I've
you
never
start
done bird
eating.
drugs. I just want to look cool.
I have multiple times. I've eaten several of those fucks.
Bird drugs are really nothing compared to fish drugs.
Yeah. Damn fish.
And Zoe's gonna have such nightmares tonight. Oh. She... Oh. He holds the general like a fucking giant stuffed animal and curls up around him and just kind of cries herself to sleep.
Right.
Talks into the cat fur as you do.
Today's episode of Melody is sponsored by the message: "Don't do
Oh,
drugs, kids."
shit,
Especially
guys, can we take a quick break? I gotta go get Lily.
Yep, it's fine.
Okay.
I'll be back momentarily.
I need to get my Pain of Zoe sword.
And
Which
then
Melody?
chaos.
Hi, I'm Schmegelnbergermerding. Have you or a member of your family gotten addicted to bird drugs? The most common addiction sweeping the nation? If so, consider calling my law offices. The law offices of because we may be able to seek financial compensation. You can sue the shit off those little bastards.
What if I
Flying
accidentally ate
around with their
one?
human faces, selling you drugs. They
What
can
if
be
I
sued.
accidentally ate one?
And let me tell you, they've got money and they don't have lawyers.
Is that kind of unethical?
I've personally taken 2 billion of those birds to court, and I've won
Okay,
every
wait a
single
minute.
case. And they don't know what money is, but they have a shitload of it. I personally got a settlement of $5 trillion.
Okay,
Now
I'm
converting it
uncomfortable.
into liquid cash that was applicable to my client was difficult and involved some shady things involving offshore bank accounts. But I got them that money, and I could get it for you.
I don't know if I like this.
And if we take them to the High Court of the Observers, I can also just get them killed. Now, granted,
Okay.
killing one of those things isn't particularly hard, but it is satisfying to watch them slowly be torn to shreds.
It's not though. That's gonna be part of my nightmares for weeks.
So if you've gotten addicted to bird drugs, give my law offices a call. I'm willing to work for you.
Trust me, I am a client, and he got me a ton of money.
Yeah, and a lifetime supply of Ooplo waffles.
Wait, that was you, asshole?
You didn't want those? I thought they were your favorite.
They were. But then you gave me the lifetime supply, and I don't die.
You're welcome.
I'm going to eat you when you eventually die. Just
Lawyers
know that.
don't die. They just fade away.
Yeah,
they don't have souls, Dre.
Oh my fucking god.
But they have energy.
You want that energy though?
I've had worse.
I've had worse.
Have you eaten politician?
Yes.
Oh god, Dre.
Hello. Welcome to Melody Public Access. And this is Painting with Carly. Today, we're going to make a nice little landscape painting. You and me. Now, I know what you're thinking. I can't paint, Carly. I don't have talent. But here's the thing. Anyone can paint. Anyone can be an artist. It's just about having the courage to try and keep trying. And each time you try, you get a little better. So let's come along. We're going to paint a real nice picture of our own Lake Alta. So we're going to start with some nice blues. And we're going to work in just a little bit of green to give it a nice, rich texture. And here we're going to get this. And, you know, the plus side of this is if you make mistakes, you can just turn your mistake into a happy little bush right there. And I'm gonna go a little crazy with it. I'm just gonna make this shape right here in the distance. And what's that? Is it our own Alto Pogo? Maybe. There we go. There we go. That's a nice, soothing cloud. And I'm just gonna, you don't have to be stuck with reality. I'm gonna go ahead and make the sky purple, just for fun. Just reflect on that. Doesn't that just look nice? Just a little strange, but very pretty. There we go. All right. This is Painting with Carly. Of course, we do other arts and crafts on this show. After the break, we're going to do knitting with Carly, and I'll show you how to make some very, very nice sweaters for your family.
Nice.
Not gonna lie, I could see the general and monosyllabic Chuck watching that,
Yeah.
being big fans, painting, knitting.
What's up, Melody? Are you ready for the Melody Art Fair?
No!
That's right. If you are, get ready to vote your ass off for Paul Jeremy. Yeah! I make the swollest fucking Jesus portraits you'll ever see. Yeah! America!
Paul,
Guns! Monster
Paul,
trucks!
Paul,
Everything you could possibly want!
Paul!
Yeah!
Paul, I'm trying to get your attention. Paul!
What, man?
The fireworks set the Jesus on fire.
I'm an artist. I take this
No,
very
I mean, your fireworks set your Jesus painting on fire.
Oh, the painting? Oh, shit, I
Yes.
thought you were talking about the actor!
No!
The painting's irreplaceable! That's art!
What can we do?
So should we keep rolling? Or
Uh,
is he putting it out of his body?
I think so.
We've got the fire extinguisher right here! It won't save the painting! I mean, that's foobar, dude! I'm an artist!
You're crushing the painting.
What the fuck?
Are you lost? Do
Yeah.
you need someone to set you on the right path?
Maybe.
Consider joining Revival Life Church. Our doors are open to any who welcome Jesus into their hearts.
Okay.
Here
Change
at
your name.
Revival Life, you'll find community, friendship, love,
Got those.
acceptance.
Papayas.
We want you to be
Rutabagas.
part of us as we
Ah.
worship Him. Please join us in Revival Life. We're ready
Yes.
to love you.
Accept
Once you've opened
Jesus'
your heart to
holy
us.
juices into your
No.
heart and gullet. Have you guys seen the Crossy comics?
No.
Hey kids, it's me, Crossy, and oh boy have I got a story for you.
What is that?
Oh,
Today,
God.
little Jeffy thinks he's gonna play a fun game. Little does he know it's opening a portal to hell itself. It's called Dungeons and Dragons,
Oh,
and in
no.
this game, you reject God and all His works. Isn't that right, Gary Gygax? Yeah, that's right. I'm Gary Gygax, and I'm Satan. Oh boy, I can't wait to play this game. Wait, aren't you a Christian? Ow, you hit me with the nail in your hand. Yeah, I do that. Alright, let's get to playing this game. Come on, Jiffy! Gee, Coffee, I don't know if we should play Dungeons and Dragons. My priest said it leads to the devil. Oh, Jeffy, have you always been such a whiny little bitch? Yeah. Alright! And that means I'm gonna make you play a cleric. But I don't know how... Shouldn't I be a fighter? Isn't that the easiest class? Oh, Jeffy, I don't want to make things easy for you.
What?
What the fuck?
Okay. Now, your cleric worships Satan. I don't see that in the rule book. No, we're doing some custom shit. Okay. Now, start stabbing this mouse. I don't want to do that. That's not in the rule book. Does this have anything to do with Satan? Shut the fuck up, Jeffy! Stab the rat, Jeffy. Stab him.
This is fucking.
I'm feeling really uncomfortable here. Stab the rat! Okay. Oh no! Oh, it's horrible! Yeah, it is. Why did you do that, Jeffy? What? Why did you kill that poor animal?
Oh my god.
You told me to. I didn't make you. Your hand moved the blade. You could have said no. But you told me. Oh, am I responsible for your actions, Jeffy? Am I? I don't like this. I'm uncomfortable. Come here. Come into my arms, Jeffy. Give me a hug. No. Give me a hug, Jeffy. No! Ah! Remember, kids, Jesus Christ is your Lord and Savior. Da-da-da-da-da-da. Crossing.
What the fuck, TC?
Well,
God.
what the absolute shit.
You know, chick tracks are really fun. Hey YouTube, it's me, Daisy Moonbeam, and I've got something very special for you. So, as you know, I've moved to I've been in Melody for over a month at this point. And it turns out Melody actually has a pretty high profile art fair.
Oh no.
So, I've decided to put together something really special.
Oh no.
And she pulls down a curtain behind her and reveals a huge mural that she's made. Like it's like 4 by 2 feet in size. And it depicts the Alto Pogo, Southpaw Sam, and the Melody Mothman flying over like the city streets, or like, around the city of Melody. Southpaw Sam emerging from the woods, Alto Pogo sticking its head out from the lake, and the Mothman flying over the town. And she says, I call this Melody's Sentinels, the guardians of land, water, and sky. It's my little tribute to 3 of our many iconic cryptids in this town. And while I don't think it's going to win, I am entering it into the art fair, and I think it would be really cool if you all could give me some support. Give a lot of likes and sort of spread the word so that people will see it and bring more attention to this town, which is just such a treasure trove of cryptozoology and the paranormal.
Oh.
Now let's do some tarot readings. And as she gets out her tarot set, we move to another YouTube video.
We're just flicking through YouTube videos on, like, somebody's phone.
They shamed me,
Oh
ran me
no.
out of town,
Oh no.
treated me with disrespect. I was gonna be the bigger man. I was gonna let bygones be bygones. But you demanded justice. You demanded Cliff Howard. What's up, YouTube? I'm back in Melody. Turns out they've got this stupid little art fair that they do every year. And if you're help friends, I'm gonna burn it to the fucking ground. They think that Daisy Moonbeam's a real YouTube star? Well, wait till they get a load of me. Cliff Howard's Revenge. Coming to the Melody Art Fair. Right fucking now.
Cliff. I need your attention real quick, sir.
Yeah, Grody guy, what is it?
Your pants are on fire.
Shit! Get footage of this! Quick, before it burns my nads! Woo! And he starts running back and forth.
Quick, roll into
Okay, it's hot now. I'm gonna stop and roll. Ah,
quick,
fuck!
roll into that liquid. It's totally not oil. It's
Ah, shit.
totally not.
There's sharp rocks on the pavement. Stop filming. Stop. Don't post this as is. Ah, shit. Ah.
Cliff.
So if we cut that off earlier, I think it's a pretty good teaser. You're not
Speaking
still
of
filming, are you? Yeah, no, I've got you. I've got you, buddy.
Cliff, your hair's on fire.
Ah, shit. Got the hair.
Just watching and setting these on fire one at a time.
I like to think that this is going live, and Kaiko is just setting various parts of his body on fire.
Hey, Cliff. Yeah, what? What's it mean when we're streaming? Jesus Christ, Ledge. I'm sorry, brother.
Oh,
I
no,
don't think
but-
Geico can remotely set people on fire.
I
Yeah.
think Cliff Howard's just naturally flammable.
That's fair.
Yeah, like poor Marcy.
Like, if you try to focus on setting on someone on fire, she set her computer on fire instead.
Have you? Did she figure
Pretty
that out
bad.
through trial and error?
Well, it wasn't her computer she let on fire. She has burner phones.
That's fair.
There, yeah.
Another public access advertisement is played. As you see, a bunch of people looking the way you'd expect the weirder kids at art school to look. You know, people who aren't into art so much for the sake of making art as they are for carving out an identity as eccentrics.
Yeah.
And who aren't actually that eccentric outside of things they are clearly doing for attention. They sit in an abandoned warehouse that's dimly lit, and the camera footage is grainy and out of focus slightly. And they say, "Hello, we're the Lave Collective. Every year we have an installation at this old abandoned building in Melody. And once again, we are offering invitations for any artists of true vision to come and join us. Do you strive to rise above the mediocrity of the standard art fair entry? And come join the Lave Collective. We know what art is. We know how to view up beyond the veil."
Yeah.
And then the advertisement continues for a solid 76 seconds with no more talking, just them staring at the camera. Did they mean for it to continue that long afterwards? Did they forget to turn off the camera? Who can say?
Probably.
What is this town coming to? Is the real answer.
Good morrow and swell tidings to you. The Renaissance Fair will be starting in exactly 1 month's time. Are you ready for drinking mead, eating oversized turkey legs, watching people in armor beat the shit out of each other with swords? Oops, I'm not supposed to say shit in a public advertisement. Well, too late now. Come to the Renaissance Festival. We have food and cosplayers. There will be at least one group of people dressed like Star Trek people. I'm not sure why. It happens every year. This year we're going to have a dragon, maybe. I can't promise that, but wouldn't it be cool if we did? Yes, come on down to the Renaissance Festival.
It's Oki? Is that you? Oki?
I'm working right now, Drake. You can't talk to me. It's not everybody, man. It's filming an advert for the Renaissance Festival. Cut the. Anime Con Melody. If you wanna go to an anime convention in Melody, you gotta go to this basement on June 28th.
That sounds suspicious.
It's not suspicious. We watch anime. It's like a convention. If we were a bigger city, we'd have more space.
Why is it in the basement, though?
Because we don't have a lot of money. No, we don't have a lot of money, but we can rent out the basement of this building.
But that basement is cramped.
The basement is cramped and the projector doesn't work well and one part of the ceiling keeps leaking. But it's an anime convention in Melody. Where the fuck else are you gonna go? It's like a 5-hour drive to get to the nearest big city.
It's this or nothing.
Takes you 5 hours to get to an airport. Then it costs a lot of money. You're in the middle of nowhere. Except the fact that the only anime convention that you're attending is in this basement.
Announcer guy.
We've got Naruto and One Piece and Dragon Ball Sailor Moon. And we also got a fucking Demon Punch Man or whatever.
The basement's on fire, by the way.
Shit, the basement's on fire. I guess this is canceled this year. For the 5th year in a row.
Oh man, I wanted to go to the anime convention.
You do not want to go to that basement.
Not the weirdest thing I've ever done in the basement.
Snap.
I will BRB.
All right. Well, welcome back to Melody Asman. I'm your host, a guy that TT doesn't want to develop at all, so I'm not getting a name. That's right.
It's Billie Jean.
No name for old Billie Jean here. So tonight on Melody Asmer, I'm gonna tell you the story of a young man named Petey No Fingers. Petey No Fingers had lots of fingers once, about as many fingers as a person should have, more or less, give or take. But one day, he went out to Lake Alto, and he decided to do some noodling. That's when you reach into the water and grope yourself a nice big catfish. Give it a good long squeeze, maybe jerk it a bit until you pull it out and watch as it slowly gasps for air. And once it's fully died, you throw it back in, I don't know. He was out there groping catfish when he reached down and felt something that wasn't a catfish, something that was long, fleshy, and pliable.
Crab claw
Squeezed
dick.
it real hard and pulled. And that's when he felt the jaws clamp down, shearing through all the fingers on his hand in one swift stroke. He pulled the hand out and watched as blood spurted from the stumps of each of his fingers. It freaked him out, but he wasn't going to let that fish get away, so he reached in with his underhand and, sure enough, bit off the fingers on those as well. And that's why he's called Petey No Fingers, because he got all of his fingers bit off.
He also died.
Yeah, he did. He died of blood loss.
Yeah.
And that's a real-life story. Guy got his hands bit off. You know what bit them off? No, not the Alto Pogo. No, not the Alto Mass. Nope, not the Alto Lobster.
The elder
Was
law.
a normal, giant snapping turtle. The kind that is now accepted to be just a biological fact. I'm going to tell you another story. Once, there was a young woman named Penny Marie, and she was so excited for prom. She was so excited that when she got on the highway, she couldn't fully focus on the road.
Mm-hmm.
And so she didn't notice when something scurried by until it was too late. She swerved to avoid it and hit a tree. She woke up hours later in a daze, walking along the road, and a man came by in a pickup truck. Said, "Where are you going, sweetie?" And she mumbled out some vague directions to the place prom was being held, and the man led her into the truck and drove her there. But when he got to the next town over where prom was being held and dropped her off at the convention center, he looked, and there was no one in the driver's seat next to him. The passenger seat. Fuck. I have a script. Why didn't I read the script? This is why no one listens to Melody Asmer. Because I'm not a
Gene,
very
open
good
up.
guy.
Billie Jean, open up. You want
What am I even
on
doing with my life?
Billie
Do I even
Jean?
have a good voice for Asmer?
Billie Jean,
I
open
don't
up,
even have a
damn it.
soundproof apartment. What am I doing with my life? I should just end it now.
Oh,
Where did these gushers come from?
Have some Billie Jean. In fact, have
Oh my
this
God.
juice. It's
Tastes
fruity.
It tastes like children. Oh God. My head is swelling enormously. It's so filled with juice. Oh. Oh, this is a very unpleasant sensation.
It's getting into your
Oh,
lung,
no.
Billy.
Oh. Ooh. Who are these men in white suits? What are they doing? Oh. Oh, I'm shrinking. Oh. Oh, I can't talk much.
Gushers. They're the quenchiest. Gosh. Gosh. Gosh.
You'd think the slogan would be Gushers, they're the gushiest, but I guess that's a little too gross.
What happened, guys?
Well, we killed that NPC off, so I never have to do him again.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, who did you kill?
Don't worry about it. We didn't have a name until today anyway.
Wait, what? What? I walked away for 2 minutes.
That
And
was
that-
your mistake.
And in that 2 minutes, we killed somebody. It's fine.
Yeah.
For minutes to Melody. Said the giant snake monster.
I got this gusher juice off eBay. It's so great, it's nice, and it refills my stock.
Is there no that's made of children?
Who says it's the... Where do you think the gusher children come from?
Children.
No, but what do you think turns them into fruit?
Oh,
Want some of this juice?
no. No.
It's the quenchiest.
Okay, bye.
Get back here. Get back here.
What kind of a radio show am I fucking listening to?
Today, we mourn our friend El Quaddle. I had
The
nothing
melody-
else.
The Devil Dragon of Goody Philip. Real life demon or pure bullshit? Find out on tonight's episode of Real or Pure Bullshit. I'm your host, Stinkus McGuffingerb, and this is a real show. I promise. You're not high and watching Rate TV static. This is a real show. Trust me. Keep watching the
sure?
television. I'm real.
I'm real.
Okay.
I'm a real man. Stinkus McGurb is a real name.
That's
A
weird
real human name that wasn't just improvised on the fly. We're not Rick and Morty here. So, the Devil Dragon of Goody Phillips. Is it real? Or is it pure horseshit? Well, let's look at the facts. Way back in some fucking time, some lady named Goody Phillips was like, I don't want to have kids, so it might as well be the devil. And sure enough, she squirted out fucking Satan himself, or like a dragon, maybe. And she was like, oh, I'm gonna put him through college. And she did, and he became the world's first professor of gynecology. And it was good. Or was it pure bullshit? People say they've seen the devil dragon flying around the woods of Melody. But consider, birds. They also fly. Also bats. Also chipmunks. All of these are known flying animals. Any one of them could actually be the devil dragon. Real or pure bullshit? Some people say they've heard strange sounds at night, but consider, could be your neighbors fucking. Real or pure bullshit? I'll let you decide the facts. But what is clear is this. You should forward all of your money to this address flashing on the screen below. That's right, all your money. In fact, just give us your credit card number and your social security card number. That way, you'll be cool. And you want to be cool because you're watching television static. I mean, a real television show with Stinkus Gerber. Real or pure bullshit?
Anyway, check out this weird bird I found.
Nico, please, I'll give you drugs. Do you want to see the space between spaces? I can hook you up.
It looks like the face of a
Oh,
bird
hey,
selling
there-
drugs.
Oh, hey, there you guys are. I'm going to eat you now. Come on, human-faced birds.
No, I don't want.
Too bad.
Oh, come on, man. Oh, jeez. Oh, I'm dying now. Oh.
That's what you get for selling drugs to impressionable teens.
This is very unpleasant. My body's in pieces and I'm rolling down your digestive tract. I don't like any of this.
Zoe's eyes open up. Bloodshot. God, these nightmares are terrible.
You know what else is terrible? Hi,
Oh no.
I'm Wendell Watercress III. I'm
Oh,
what
no,
you call
so
a
dreaming.
cool watcher.
Still dreaming, aren't I?
No, I'm in the room with you. You're in the watcher break room, which is weird because you're a person.
Yeah, I was tired. They offered me a place to sleep.
Well, you know what they say. An apple a day keeps the doctor away. Early to bed, early to rise, makes man healthy, wealthy, and wise.
I'm back.
Okay, good. Teacher can stop whatever.
Whatever that was.
It got
Yeah.
It
got
got
fucking
weird.
weird.
It went in the weird.
You know, since we had a commercial break segment, so I'm rusty.
I don't. I say more it built up.
Okay. As you guys are waiting for the witching hour to end, you hear the sound of a motorcycle revving real loud, and those of you near the door of the Wax Museum can see a woman on a motorcycle just tearing through town. driving around. At one point, you hear the footsteps of Big Mel stop as he turns in the rough direction that you hear the motorcycle driving, and you hear footsteps as he begins to follow whoever it is on the motorcycle outside.
Oh.
We'll be fine.
No.
Yeah, someone's fucked, says Julie.
Why is someone on a motorcycle outside?
We should go save them.
Who do we know rides a motorcycle besides Mallory?
And
should
I'm
go
pretty
thank
sure.
them.
And I'm pretty sure Mallory and is preoccupied right now.
Wait,
We should definitely go save them.
is it the DAG? Has the DAG finally returned to us?
You hear muffled. Do you want me to say it? Yes. You want me to say it? Yes. You are my little pog champ. Yes.
Hal does an about face and sprints out the damn door. It's like, no, I'm leaving.
Julie looks, nods, and says, "Good for him."
You guys know that meme of the guy doing the peace symbol and then just vanishing? That's Drake.
Celia peeks out the door.
So yeah, someone on a motorcycle.
Yeah, someone on a motorcycle.
Someone on a motorcycle. Huh?
Yeah.
That's
That'd
not.
be weird. Like, hey, what would happen if I had a character who had a motorcycle? Oh.
Oh yeah.
Oh, wait. Oh, shit.
I thought this was a very subtle setup until you fucking blundered through it. Fucking
Like a bull in the china shop.
You have to apologize.
Kind of do
I
some
might
fucking class, but yeah, we're just gonna introduce Gray's character. I'm just gonna fucking announce it. This is his introduction scene. Go enjoy the cutscene, folks. That's a
I
good
can't hear you
narrative flow.
right now.
God.
Yes, continue the
Okay,
cutscene.
sorry. Continue the cutscene because now I can hear you because the fireworks aren't exploding behind my head.
All
Literally,
right.
are they using
So there's a
that?
person on a motorcycle outside, and Big Mel's around. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, Hal's already gone outside.
Yeah,
Hey,
Drake's
Roadhog.
next down.
Roadhog, yes. Hello. Could you not? Fireworks for 30 fucking seconds.
It is 4th of July, and we're not doing a 4th of July themed episode, which is kind of a missed opportunity, but also fuck this holiday. It sucks.
I can eat
Yeah,
hot dogs whenever I want.
It often it leads to California on fire, probably a good portion of the time.
If there's not a California fire by July 6th, I'm fucking rioting.
Oh, there already is.
Oh,
Hal,
okay.
Hal,
Yeah?
I'm really not ready to face my demons right now.
So what do we do with him about? Because we can't fight him.
I mean,
Let me pull up the map because it's been a while since I've looked.
are they just whipping donuts in the parking lot, or what are they doing?
They're driving around Melody. Are you guys peeking out to see?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
we filed out of the museum, I think.
All right, you're seeing a person on a motorcycle who is kind of like taking every single street, like they're trying to get the lay of the land. Apparently unaware, but there's a giant fucking lumberjack trying to stalk them through the blocks.
Okay.
It's a giant. To be fair, it is a giant fucking lumberjack. He's not exactly stealthy.
How far away are they right now?
If you followed in a car, you'd be able to catch up with him in like a couple of minutes.
Hal.
What? It's Hal's mom's car, and Big Mel's around.
Hal looks at
Yeah,
the
my car is still back at Hal's place, I think.
Hal looks at his mom's truck and goes, "I don't know how to drive that."
We really should save them.
Yeah. We can learn on the go, Hal. We can learn on the go.
I'm sure that's a great idea. He gets in the driver's seat and like kind of pats the dashboard and goes, "Hey, I don't know how to drive you. Is there like a way to like you can do that yourself?"
The CD player part of the dashboard opens like eyelids to reveal a giant plastic eyeball, which then looks at you, and the radio like crackles, and you hear someone say, "Huh? What's that?" "Sorry, sport. I have some wax in my ears. What'd you just say?"
Is there a way you can drive yourself? Because I don't know how to drive you.
"Why, sport, of course I can drive myself. I'm a living car, aren't I?"
Then can you follow that person on that motorcycle before they get eaten?
"Why, sure, that sounds like the bee's knees. Hop in here."
Oh god, it's the Bee Gees. I forgot.
In the car, could Isaac try to use a jinx to interfere?
Yeah.
See. Okay. This goes wrong. It goes really wrong. Oh, barely a success. A 7. I have a 0. I have a 1 in weird. So, I got a hold of 1. I'm going to interfere with what a monster minion or bystander is trying to do, and that's I want to interfere with Big Mel chasing the motorcycle.
Okay, so Big Mel is stalking the motorcycle. He's trying to be as stealthy as he can, taking real small steps. You make it so that he suddenly just loses his balance a bit and falls over flat on his face in the road with a huge thud. The motorcyclist screeches to a halt, looks up and sees the giant that's struggling to get back on its feet, and immediately drives as far, like, in the opposite direction of the giant, which happens to be towards the Wax Museum.
I am so glad that Nancy was making that giant banana peel sculpture for the show.
That was a
Praise
spot of good
be.
luck.
Yeah.
Okay,
So, should we try to get them into usher them into the museum?
Yeah, because if they're in this weird stuff, then, you know.
All right, buckle your seatbelts. Here we go.
Hold on, they're
Seatbelts,
coming this
everyone.
way. Hold on, they're coming this way. What? Sorry, dinner's done.
All right.
I'll be back in like a few minutes.
Okay.
What's the matter? What's the matter, Martha?
So we get the toot 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 as it says "We'll be right back" on the screen. Cut to Astruthiomimus. Hello, everyone. I am Astruthiomimus. When I wake up, the first thing I do, eggs, is look around for something to chew. Exactly. Feeding myself can be very tricky. Because you see, I'm ridiculously picky. Eggs. See, this Struthiomimus won't settle for the dregs. I'll borrow, I'll beg, I'll even kiss you for my dear beloved dose of eggs. You gotta crack them, hold them, crack them open. A great big oh, I am hoping.
Oh god, this is like grilled cheese.
You imbecilic eater! Great green globs couldn't possibly be sweeter! And a pile of eggs. I have a problem.
You do. It's okay. We're here to get you help.
I'm not even designed to eat eggs. I'm an herbivore.
It's
I'm an
okay.
omnivore. I can eat other things, but it's primarily plants.
It's okay.
But all I do is eat eggs! So many fucking eggs!
It's okay.
Why do I do this?
Do you want a nice grilled cheese instead?
Don't bring that evil here.
Why do I do this to myself?
It's okay, man. It's okay. Want some juice?
I want eggs! I want eggs!
Come on, let's go behind the
I
shed.
need my eggs!
We'll find you some eggs. Come
I
on,
need
behind
the
the
eggs.
shed. Come
I
on.
need the eggs. Yeah, dude, come behind the shed.
Yeah, come
Yeah,
on.
dude. Is the eggs there? Yeah, there's
Yeah.
lots of eggs here, dude. Just come behind the shed out here. All right.
Thank you, Sus.
That's another one for the wall.
That Struthiomimus tried to eat me back before I came out.
And back.
All right. So we come back. So the motorcyclist is making their way in the rough direction of the Wax Museum.
Okay, so I'm going to ask the car to drive up next to them, and so we can, gesture them back to the Wax Museum.
Alrighty, dighty. And the car pulls out into the road and basically plays chicken at the motorcycle for a bit. The motorcycle stops and the car swerves to the side so you guys out the window.
Hey, follow us!
Mysterious person on the motorcycle. How do you respond to that?
I give a thumbs up.
All right. You follow the person in the weird monster car to a tacky roadside wax museum attraction. As you do, you hear the sound of thunderous footsteps as the lumberjack is making its way towards here.
At least it's not the thunderous clap.
Of eggs?
I don't know what I missed, but what the hell?
No. Thick Mel was an idea that never came to fruition.
True.
Alright. Alright.
Oh, me.
All right. Mysterious motorcyclist, as you join the group in the Wax Museum, would you like to describe yourself?
Sure. Just give me 1 second. So I have something. I think I wrote it down, so I had a more clear descriptor.
Also, I'm going to get my red sketchbook out and draw Thick Mel.
Oh no!
Yeah.
What have you done?
When you plant evil in the world, it grows.
Like Thick Mel's waistline.
That's a new red sketchbook.
I just love how all of us struggled to keep that inside us.
I don't know how to follow up Thick Mel. Like, goddamn.
You're welcome.
You son of a...
Let's find Big Mel, because we got to translate this.
He's doing it, you realize.
Oh, I know. Lydia, just send him the picture.
There's a picture.
What?
So, how long has Zoe been asleep?
For most of this interaction. But I want a description of this fucking new character
I'm trying
to
to.
introduce in a cool way.
I'm sorry. It's just fucking Thick Mel on the stage. Okay, so when she gets off the motorcycle, you realize it is a she, or feminine appearing at least, and is armed to the fucking teeth. One with a rifle on her back, a gun in one holster, and a knife, looks like to be a knife in another. She's got a helmet on, so you can't really see her face right now, because I'm gonna be that kind of a bitch. But she seems to be in a army cargo kind of pants, thick black boots, leather jacket. Looks like somebody who's been on the road a few times. Knows kind of what they're doing. But she just kind of like gets off, looks at you, looks back to the lumbering giant, looks back to you. Says nothing.
Inside the wax museum. Also, this is a Bewitched melody, so if you can see Bewitched.
Yeah, the Wax Museum is protected, and just as a reminder.
Oh no,
it's a safe place.
They don't know that though. They just got here. Too much. God damn it, Drake. Stop sending cat pictures to the group chat.
You guys need to get them inside the wax museum.
Yeah, that's what Kaiko's trying to do, but
yeah, we're.
This is a Bewitched melody. Half her face is on fire.
Yeah, just try and process that.
Isaac looks spidery.
Celia is Alex Jones's nightmare.
Just scan to the building.
Hal is Hal.
Yep.
Hal is Hal.
Just Hal.
Just like she looks to Hal, looks back to Hal, gives like a sigh, and just follows in. Her hand is, however, hovering over where the sheathed knife is, because you don't trust like that.
I was stabbed once.
Once? Says Julie.
I said I was sorry. My sword went off while I was cleaning it.
That makes no sense.
Would you like to again?
Oh, I think even I'm not freak enough to want what I'm drawing right now.
You are going to share this with the class.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah.
Excellent.
I might need to draw a Harley Quinn or something to cleanse this red sketchbook, because I think this might be too much sin even for it.
God damn it, how am I supposed to voice? I can't breathe. Okay.
Perfect milk compels you to be.
It's too late. You've already put some of it on paper.
Yep.
Yeah. So the motorcycle person, the helmeted person, does step inside.
Mm-hmm.
She kind of like looks at like the door, looks at the thing, looks at you guys again. Like, you serious?
Something about them looks familiar to me.
Okay, so we haven't. Does she see them as normal, or does she see them in their weird monstery forms? Or
You
both?
see,
Except for Hal. Hal is human.
Kaiko has fire.
Yeah.
On half her body.
Just making sure.
I thought Celia turned back into her human guise.
No, Celia is a frog when in Bewitched Melody, remember?
Permanently?
Yeah.
Alright, yeah, okay. I could have sworn that was a thing you can turn on and off like Zoe can, but alright.
Yeah, on land. Or in the normal melody.
Alright, let's see. Hal looks fine. Julie looks fine except for the fact that she's got a fucking spike arm. And it looks like someone might need to dust Isaac, but other than that, he looks fine. He's got like cobwebs on him for some fucking reason.
Going into those old houses.
Covered in cobwebs, okay? And so the person kind of just like looks back and forth. Her eyes stay for a while on Isaac for a bit.
Also,
Isaac's
Drake's here.
squinting.
Also, Drake's here.
Yeah, but I mean, Drake just looks like a, scuzzy old dude. Well, not old, but, scuzzy,
He's scuzzy old dude.
He has Heisenberg energy.
He has Groundskeeper Willie energy.
Groundskeeper Heisenberg energy is what I'm getting. Okay.
He's like early 30s, late 20s.
Okay,
yeah,
cool.
right?
Cool.
right?
I already knew this, but I have to like recontextualize this.
Yeah, because you're not El Coatl anymore because he's dead.
Because he's
Permanently and
dead
canonically, yeah.
for now.
He's permanently dead, yeah.
For now.
Yeah, for forever. For canon.
For
He's
now.
dead. Dead and
Don't
gone
worry
forever.
about it. Don't
He's dead.
worry about it.
He's
We're not going to
permanent
touch
dead.
that topic.
I
And
do have
just-
to worry about it. I'm the fucking custodian here, and he is dead.
For now.
I wrote it. I wrote it in the veil. Fucker's dead. Gone forever.
Oh my god.
Okay. She looks at Isaac, does one of those, makes a finger motion, and you hear a voice from another helmet go, "You don't take this the wrong way." And she pulls off her helmet, and you get to see this lovely lady. Hold on, I have a picture.
Yes. A cat in a football.
Not a cat in a football car. So she
Jesus
takes off the
Christ.
helmet. Short cropped hair, mostly black with there's some blue tinge. There's some like grayish blue tinges into it. A couple of earrings. Her face is covered by a little bandana thing. She's got one eye that looks like a normal emerald green, and one eye that's just red.
Wait a second. Celia leans in.
Ew.
Suki?
Do I know you?
What?
We were in the hospital together, remember?
She frowns for a second. She's like, dot, dot, dot. Like the dots are connecting, and it's like, Celia? Why are you a frog person?
Well, you know, they put the chemicals in the water, and,
I don't get it, but okay. Questions asked later.
Hal has his head in both hands after that pun.
and of that, Celia wraps her arms around Suki and scoops her up. God, I missed you.
Stiff as a board. A little bit surprised by that. It's good to see you. I guess. Can't breathe.
Oh, she puts her down.
Yeah. So wasn't expecting to see you. Isaac and Suki are just like, and I wasn't expecting to see him, pointing towards Isaac.
Although it does make sense you'd be in a witching hour.
I mean, yes. Given what, kind of just hand waves stuff.
Hey, for the rest of us who have no idea who the fuck this is, who the fuck are you?
Oh, right. Hi, I'm Suki. I
Hi.
kill monsters for a
What'd
living.
she say?
I kill monsters for a living.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they cropped up in Sanguine Luna a couple times.
There's a lot of cults there. There's a lot of cults there.
I have relatives in Sanguine Luna.
Really?
Nice. Hopefully I didn't meet them. Because they're dead. But yeah, hi, I'm Suki. I hunt monsters. And she kind of looks at Kaiko. Is like, you should really get online more. By the way, people have been wondering where you've been for like.
Hey, Kaiko doesn't show her face. You don't know her.
Oh, that's fair. Scratch that then.
Yeah, Kaiko's the kind of person who never shows her face online.
So she's a K then. Gotcha.
Exactly.
It's in the
sense.
name.
I can't automatically assume that. He's got several K name characters. That's rude.
Kaiko's original
Canard.
character concept was all of them at once.
True, it's been a hot minute.
Man, I have created a fucking nightmare.
You have created a fucking nightmare.
You're welcome.
Show us the nightmare when it's
Yeah,
done.
When we're done and I can step away from the mic, yeah.
Oops, someone's not happy.
Right now I gotta do a
Um,
Harley Quinn to make up for this.
Yeah, have
So,
to wait till the end to show it so you can avoid us yelling at you.
So I see you have a giant statue.
That's just the
That's
least of the problems in this town.
Yeah, I'm not claiming that.
I'm 90% certain he's the reason I wound up in the hospital with you.
I mean, to be fair, I believed you when you were doing your mad ramblings about a giant metal man. For the record, I got you. Trust me, I got you. Uh, I figured he wasn't still around, but hey, guess you guys have some fun stuff. And he's just kind of like, she looks at Judge Deciduous like, so is that one normal, or is that one
As
weird?
far as a giant
I mean,
snapping turtle in this town is.
Yeah, everyone knows snapping turtles can get that big. It's
I
been like
mean,
a scientific fact for like a couple of decades now.
I mean, fair, but also a giant statue just tried to eat me and slipped on a banana peel. Why was there a giant? But are there giant banana people here? I've heard rumors of giant
I
banana
was
people.
Nancy's art fair sculpture. She
Ah, yeah.
she likes to do still lifes, but giant.
She's gonna be really upset.
Well, I'm not going to be. I appreciate the giant banana peel now squashed. So yeah, what's up?
Well,
Hello, Brad.
currently, Celia's strange friend, we are trying to stop some sort of space monster that converts people into itself through pictures of Jesus.
Which is not a good thing in this town.
I mean, that's never a good thing anywhere, if we're being honest. Okay. You have to apologize. I am not used to having people to talk to. This is weird.
I'm
Okay,
Julie
then.
Hastal. I don't apologize for shit.
Good. Don't. She shakes her hand, whichever hand she extends, even if it's the weird metal hand.
All right.
So yeah, I was coming into town to look for another friend, actually. But since you're here and you need some help, Celia, sure, I'd be more than happy
What
to.
other friend are you looking for?
Oh, it's an online one. It was honestly one of my bigger sources when it came to stuff. Hold on, I got the username written down somewhere on paper. Actually, she hasn't been online in a couple of, and like looks at the time, weeks, as far as anyone can tell. And I've had to deal with this kind of stuff for a while, so it's like, if someone's poking their heads into places where they shouldn't and they don't show up, usually means they need help.
Well, we'll figure out your missing friend when we're out of the witching hour.
Is that what you guys call them? Okay.
We can turn it off whenever we want.
Just be aware that not all monsters in this town are the kill on sight ones. Most of them are perfectly willing to have a conversation with you.
Uh-huh. Okay, then.
But
I got a friend Chuck here.
Oh yeah, Truck's here.
Yeah, he is.
Oh, hi.
He's been sitting in the corner for most of this conversation, reading a book.
I like his outfit.
Thanks.
Okay, then. This has been an interesting 5 minutes into town.
I just want you to know that Hal is being quiet during this conversation because this is a new person. He has no idea who the fuck it is, and he's shy.
That's fine. But yeah, I'm a friend of Celia's.
Is
We
he
were
like
in
trying to hide behind Kaiko?
He's not trying to hide behind anyone because he knows that's fucking futile, but he's trying to blend into the wall.
He asked for chicken nuggies.
Yeah, that's for chicken.
Thank you.
She's
So-
like, I mean, fair.
So Suki, this is Hal. He's quiet, but he's really sweet.
Pleasure to meet you.
This is Isaac.
Oh,
He,
we've met. We've
oh.
met a couple of times. How's the
And,
nose healing up?
It's not crooked, so that's good.
Always a good thing.
This is monosyllabic Chuck. He lives in Zoe's basement.
Yep.
And this is Kaiko.
Oh, it's a pleasure to meet you, Kaiko. And I'm assuming.
Did you
I'm
forget
assuming.
anybody there?
What?
Forget anybody there?
Drake.
Zoe.
Drake, Zoe.
Zoe's not in the room.
She was always asleep.
Oh yeah, Zoe's
She's not
taking
here.
a nap.
There's another person in the room.
Julie.
This
And the loud one
is
is Julie.
Julie. She's our sixth ranger.
Drake.
Oh,
Okay, but I'm the Green Ranger, right? Not the fucking
Yes.
White Ranger.
Well,
Yes.
obviously.
The Green Ranger. Sorry.
well, pleasure to meet you.
Well,
Love
actually,
it.
the White Ranger from Dino Thunder.
You could also be the Quantum Ranger.
Look,
Loving
I
your
only
first
watched
weapon, by the way.
a little bit of Power Rangers, okay? So I want to be the one that summons Godzilla.
Yeah, that's the Green Ranger.
I mean, Kamajira, because Godzilla doesn't exist in this reality. I gotta remember which fictional properties do exist and which ones I made shitty substitutes for. Damn it, TT.
And the person creeping up behind you is Drake. He does that.
Was not. No, I was creeping up behind you.
Wah!
Thought he'd
Okay,
change it
then.
up this time.
Mm-hmm.
Alrighty then. Hello, Drake.
Yeah, because no one expects the Spanish Inquisition.
Bonjour.
Okay. Hi, I'm Suki, and I kill monsters.
Hal has been instinctively shrinking himself, so he looks like he's like maybe 6 foot tall.
Oh, you look shorter. How'd that happen?
There's a new person in the room, Drake.
I mean, you got along well with El Cuatl. I imagine there's some spiritual connection.
Drake, no.
It's fine.
You can't bring that up. It's an
It's-
open wound, Drake. Not cool.
Yeah.
It's okay.
Yeah, he's dead.
We're all
We all
still
saw him
grieving.
die. I remember it.
Mm-hmm. God, I can't believe he got
Sounds-
stabbed with 7 pipes.
I have
Drake,
to get
Drake,
that cannon now.
time and
Drake.
place.
Taking notes for later.
It's too soon, Drake. I've got his broken sword in the trunk of my car.
Wait,
Oh
he
my
had
God.
a sword?
He cradled
Yeah.
me in his arms and told me I was a good person. It was a lie, but I felt something.
God damn it, guys. What the fuck? Give me some time to write this shit down. Shit.
It was after our mighty tap that battle. It was just a sight to see.
It was
Okay,
my
that one's
mentor,
not-
Drake.
Anywho, don't mean to open old wounds, but so you guys can just turn this off?
We've been trying to wait it out, but
This one's goes for like miles, my dudes. I
Yeah,
don't know.
you know, the last time I turned off a witching hour, it took my fucking hand, so I'm good.
I didn't want to ask, but that is a really neat cursed object. Just for the record, I like that one.
It's not
Looks good.
cursed. It's, it's
Oh,
It's good.
apologies. Apologies. Sometimes I look at magical items like my knife here, and she just pulls out this glowing knife that starts slightly oozing red smoke. I just kind of started calling all magical objects cursed objects because of this thing, and just slides it back in.
Wow. How magicist.
Imagine you. Okay, you know what? Fair. Fair. So, yeah. So you have a Sanyak thing you mentioned, Celia?
Yeah, it's trying to manifest in our world through depictions of Jesus, which everyone likes to do for the art fair. And if it gets out, it's going to turn like half the town into more of itself.
Okay. And you have a plan, I assume? I would hope so.
We have a few plans.
A lot of
Okay.
ands, a lot of outs, a lot of what have yous.
Fair enough.
Only one
Let
of
me know
them
how I can
included
help.
murder this time, which is a little surprising.
Well, I can help with that one. I am unfortunately very good at murder. You didn't hear that, Isaac.
Mm-hmm.
That was a really sassy
I'm just like, you didn't hear that. For
Your
the
ears
record.
pop, and you all reflexively squint. And when you open your eyes, the Watchers are gone,
It's over.
and you're all back in the Wax Museum.
Celia
Wait, where am
falls
I?
on.
You're all back in the Wax Museum.
Celia falls
Zoe.
over as she gets
Zoe,
Yes.
inside the Gordy Boys exhibit, you fall through the ceiling onto a Gordy Boy statue, smashing it entirely.
Poor Zoe. Sleeping on
Like
the
it
ceiling.
is obliterated. There are just chunks of its wax body all around you where you hit the floor. Also, you fell from the ceiling to the floor, so you kind of hurt a bit.
It sounded like the sound of Zoe hitting the floor from a high distance. We should check on her.
God damn it! It's a Gory Boys exhibit again. I swear. We just. I just finished painting that thing.
You should honestly avoid
Okay.
saying that like anymore. And Hal straightens up, and he's suddenly got 11 more inches. New person in the room.
Oh, he's tall.
Yeah,
Okay. Oh, you got a tall thing. Okay.
What?
just calling her out on the spot. You got a thing for tall guys. Okay.
Onwards, Hal.
What?
Onwards.
Don't worry about it. Just go. You have to go fetch this Zoe, right?
Celia
I can't wait to
already
meet
leaps
her.
to her feet and goes to investigate Zoe.
Ah, crap.
She's Hal's following. He's confused.
Drake is just pulling out Hal's arm.
Zoe? Zoe?
I
Are you okay, Zoe?
fell from a floor that no longer exists.
Is the Gordy boy okay?
No, the Gordy boy's dead, Drake.
Damn it!
The hell is a Gordy boy?
Celia just casually scoops Zoe up off the floor.
What is happening? I'm fine. I'm fine. I just need to get the kink out of my back.
No,
He
you
was
can't
so young.
Zoe can't get the kinks out of her.
Wow.
Damn.
She knows what she's about.
Drake kneels on the floor and cradles a piece of the Gordy boy's head. He was so young. We hardly knew him, but he was
The
always
Watcher
there.
said it'd be fine.
All right. I'm gonna take the repair costs out of Zoe's paycheck.
Hey. No, you're not.
I kind of the manager. She can.
That's not my fault. I failed him. Blame the Watcher.
Well, I can't exactly take it out of the Watcher's paycheck.
Have you asked Orin?
He's drunk.
Oh, well, then it's happening. I'm fine. I'm fine. I just needed to get the kink out of my back.
He's drunk.
Also,
you're
no,
not
you
taking
can't.
it out of
The watchers are not paid of money.
You could take it out of mine. I don't need it.
That
I'll take it out of mine.
drunk boss.
No!
You could take it out of Hal's. He'll argue with you.
Just take a little bit out of everyone's and be done with it.
Yeah, go ahead. I forgot I don't work here.
Yeah, don't take it out of mine.
Celia sets Zoe down.
You guys get paid?
Technically, we are staff of the Melody Wax Museum.
Who are you?
Oh, hi. You must be the Zoe person they were talking about.
Yes! Hi!
Hi. I'm
I'm the
Suki.
person who was here the whole time! Who are you?
No, you weren't.
This is a friend of Celia's.
What?
Hi. I'm
And
Suki.
Isaac's.
I kill monsters.
And
What?
I think Kaiko.
What?
Zoe backs the fuck up.
You're
You're
in,
what?
you're in Celia's arms, aren't you?
No, she put it down.
Oh, okay.
She backs the fuck up when you say that. You're a what? Excuse me? What?
I guess you could call me a monster hunter?
Whoa,
Because monster killer
okay.
sounds weird, I guess.
You're a monster hunter.
He
Yeah,
was
we
a
got a Van
fraud for-
Helsing now.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. What? I just woke up, guys. What did I miss?
Hi.
Why
I
do you have a
showed up.
monster hunter here?
By its
Because
according
I
Mel
was looking for a
Predator.
friend.
Okay, you talk at the same time.
Big Bell was being an asshole, so we saw somebody
Oh,
moving.
is that what you call him?
Yeah,
How cute.
Name. Asshole or not, he has a name.
I don't.
I don't.
What
Okay.
What did she say?
So Big Mel was being an asshole. We saw him. We saw him chasing somebody on a motorcycle. So we, got him to the wax museum because Big Mel can't get in here for some reason.
Yeah, or it has space protected, I think.
We found out it was
Oren.
Celia's friend from the hospital.
Oh yeah, back when Celia lost her legs, she and I were bunkmates. Because I had lost everything else. We're not going to talk about that.
She looks at Celia. What?
We were bunkmates back when, I had the incident.
All right, but
We still write
Why
each
are you-
other.
why are you here?
So, fun fact. I have another online friend who I IP tracked to roughly this area. And then
That's
as I
weird.
was coming into town, you had one of them superstorm things rolling. Or witching hours, as you guys call them. And,
That's what they're called.
cute.
Excuse me?
She said you're cute, Zoe.
No, that's not what she said.
And then I was driving around town to get a layout because, during those superstorm things, there's not exactly a whole lot of people around, and I figured I could get a scoop into town before, people started showing up and asking questions. And then the giant statue tried to eat me, I guess. It wasn't that stealthy.
I still have nightmares about him.
Yeah,
And
you
that's
say
valid
that,
and fair.
and yet you didn't notice him until we tripped him.
Fair.
Okay, all right. But what? I don't.
It's Melody. It's just fucking weird shit again.
Yeah, okay, but she's a monster. She's a monster hunter. How?
I mean,
Not
you kind of are
hunter,
by
Zoe.
definition.
I mean, I technically am a hunter of many things by that definition, depending on how loose of your definition of monster is. I also know this guy because we've run into each other a couple of times. It's been fun.
So, Isaac, you know her?
There's been a couple of times back when I was stationed up in Sanguine Luna that some cults, like I was kind of explaining before we showed up here, Yeah, cults are very active up there. They just love summoning things that they shouldn't.
And I love hunting cult people.
Okay, fuck cults. I have no problem with that.
And the things the cults summon, I've hunted a couple of those too.
Hey,
It's quite fun.
Have you tried talking to them?
Most of the time they try to eat me first, so no.
Okay, fair. Okay.
Okay, here, Suki, you saw Celia as a monster, right? Or monstrous?
Yeah.
Would you hunt Celia?
No, but that's because for now I still have the old tie bond. If you tried to eat me, probably.
Okay, gonna write that down.
I mean, if you're trying to eat me, we've had a bad situation happen. So there's probably some bad tension.
Yeah, and you normally can read a bad situation before it gets out of hand.
Right?
Yeah, that's
Hey, if you didn't know Celia and you just saw her, would you try to kill her?
Hey, Zoe, let me take you aside a bit. I'm just gonna take Zoe aside a bit. Everyone,
What?
just take Zoe aside a bit.
Okay, what?
Okay, Zoe, it's me, Julie
Yeah?
talking. I've never steered you wrong, as you said yourself.
Yeah, I think you have.
Okay, I understand
yourself
being
said-
jealous. I understand being jealous of the new hot chick, and yes, she
I'm
is
not.
hot and is a threat. And clearly, she thinks she's hotter than Kaiko, which obviously is not true. So, yes, she is a threat. But listen, we have to
No.
use subterfuge, okay? We have to
She
pretend to be her
grabs-
friend for now until we know her weaknesses, and then we can
Grabs
destroy
Julie by
her.
the shoulders.
Okay?
Julie. She grabs Julie by the shoulders and meets her eyes. Julie,
Yeah.
first of all, look up the Kinsey scale.
Okay. Not right now, but
No, not right now,
I'm
just
glad
saying.
that you think I don't know what that is.
Okay, then I think you need to pay attention to some of the things you said. But anyway, I'm not jealous.
Uh-huh.
Julie,
Uh-huh. This is like the second new person added into our social circle today that you freaked out about, so
second?
Hal's mom.
Okay, that's different. That's not
Is it
fair.
though? Is it
That's
though?
not-
Listen.
that's not
What I'm saying
fair,
is,
Julie.
I'm with you here. We're gonna destroy this woman, but we have to do it
No.
stealthily, okay? We have to learn her weaknesses first.
She puts her hand up her mouth. She puts her hand up her mouth. Julie, I am a monster. She's
Yeah.
a monster hunter.
Okay, so you're looking for like a Catwoman Batman situation?
No!
So,
She's
Listen,
way too old for
Zoe,
does this
I've
happen
got
a
your
lot?
back. We're gonna
Yes.
ruin this woman. Let's just
Okay.
do it stealthily, okay? Hey, Suki! We are so glad to have you in the group.
I am not done. All right.
Hal was listening to that.
I think everyone was.
Julie doing
Everyone-
this because she thinks that that Suki is a threat to Kaiko's affections.
Yes.
Face is Zoe face beat red, throws her arms up, and fucking walks out the building.
Wait, Zoe, come back. Don't let your jealousy get in your way.
What?
Open your heart.
What?
Oh, I thought she was worried about the other thing.
I think she's worried about both, if I gathered correctly.
She's had a rough day, and she's a teenager, so processing even like normal shit is hard for her.
I mean, you're
Yeah.
absolutely right.
Aren't I, Suki? Aren't I? We're gonna be good friends.
Christ. Oh, holy shit.
Outside is back to normal now, yes?
Yeah.
All right, wait. Is Chuck still in the building?
Lauren, are you sober yet?
Do you peek in their office?
Hal will
I
crack
knocked
the
on
door.
the
open.
door.
Hal's gonna crack the door right open.
Okay, they're both asleep.
Yeah, that's good.
Aw.
That would be a negative,
No.
Administrator.
The group text gets a chat. Can someone give me a ride?
I could, Zoe.
No.
Anyways, we could probably reconvene at my house. Touch bases.
Fair enough.
Hell,
I need to
like,
get my car from Hal's at some point.
yeah, Hal enters the office, or like arranges Orin on a couch or something, picks up his mother, and goes out to the pickup truck, which I imagine is a normal pickup truck now.
Yep.
Puts her in
No,
in the passenger seat. Goes, I can give everybody a ride. I know how to drive this now.
I'd like to go see Miss Hanzo first for my sword.
I got
Julie, do you have your car?
I don't think. And she looks out, and the classic is there. Yeah,
Cool.
I do.
Cool. Want to go get a sword with me?
Yeah, sure.
Sweet, let's go.
Ah, yes. The youthful and their swords.
What?
Oh well.
Yes, I remember when I was a child playing with swords as children do, and only children. Good times playing with swords as a child.
I feel for some reason leaving those two alone right now is a bad idea, but you know, I'm
Same
not going to
time.
stop it.
At the same time, it's hilarious.
Look, being a
Exactly.
big sister is probably an important part of Julie's healing.
Does this mean that Julie is going to be a bit more aggressive in wooing Kaiko?
See.
Oh no, I've added some fun tension
You have.
in a way I didn't expect.
She just has.
I guess you could say, sorry, Sketha, but I guess you could say you added fuel to the fire.
Oh, God. Julie just has big red flashing letters in her brain saying threat, 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 threat.
So does Zoe, but for an entirely different reason.
You can take the mean girl out of high school, but you can't take the high school out of the mean girl.
Question.
Yeah.
Has Julie... did Julie get all her relationship advice from her mother?
Ooh, probably.
Assuming that Julie got any advice from her mother
Also
is a big thing. I think the most relationship she got from her mother was find someone rich and get pregnant so he has to marry you.
Wow.
Yeah, I think that's what we talked about at one point. But
So Suki, now that it's safe-ish,
yeah, like your town's
Tell you
almost
around town.
your town's much nicer when it's not full of monsters.
oh, it's always full of monsters.
I mean, yeah, that's kind of how that goes. But like,
That reminds me, I should introduce you to the girls soon.
oh, did you make? Oh, you said that in your last letter. Something about you joining a swim team, right?
Yeah.
Cool.
They're also monsters.
Damn it, Drake.
Huh.
Imagining the fucking dead silence.
What did Drake say?
They're
They're
awesome.
awesome. I mean, she might as well know she is a monster hunter and
Drake,
to know they're monsters. So
we've talked about outing people without their consent.
I mean, to be fair, he's right in this situation. I'd rather would like to know before meeting somebody, just so I don't go, oh shit, a monster, and pull out a gun.
Yeah.
That's usually frowned upon in most societies.
also, the Undines owe me.
Cat, what are you doing? Cat, stop that. I'm going to kick your little cat ass. Get out of there.
Is that a cat? Why is there? Is that your cat?
Wow.
Huh.
And it's the general.
That's why I meowed.
One.
I didn't know they got that big normally.
It's Melody.
It's the
That's
giant
true.
snake
Oh,
man.
The giant snake man. Aren't
Oh yeah, he's normally like that.
Yep.
and I kind of figured, but like, aren't we like in the middle of town?
Yeah, nobody
People
cares.
think he's an artist.
cosplay.
Fair enough. Alright, so I'll just follow one of you guys, I guess. Because I've got my motorcycle.
We were going to try and get in contact with the mayor so we can get the judges fired
I,
and
sh-
also
I
start a
shouldn't.
new.
I should not go to the mayor's.
Why?
I'm
He
strapped.
hates Tom goes to the mayor. He says
No.
show sucks.
It's like I'm strapped to the teeth with firearms in the middle of town.
Anyways, let's head back to my place so we can figure out what to do tomorrow.
That's a good idea.
Yeah.
Okay, sure. Then I can spend some time trying to find my online friend who went missing.
Yeah, lots of people got missing here, so hopefully they're. I have a list of missing people that you can go look for.
Oh, cool. My online friend actually sent me one a while back. It's a little outdated, I think, but any more information will be helpful.
Yeah, the National Park Service around here doesn't keep a good track, so you need to get these more independent sources.
I don't think she was with the parks, but she didn't really talk a whole lot about her personal life online. Respectable, really. Keeps you safe. Okay, just lead the way. I'll follow along.
And so I imagine Hal takes us all home.
Al?
Hmm.
I think
Hal has got his drunken passed out mother in the front seat of his car, so he's at least going to bring her home.
Yeah, I need to swing by Hell's to get the car too.
And I imagine Isaac wants to swing by Spindle.
Yeah.
Zoe's going to go get her sword with Julie.
So, how are we going to destroy this woman? I'm kidding. I've already got
No.
5 ideas.
No, Julie, we don't need to destroy her.
I mean, have you looked at her? We definitely do.
What? No.
Come on, she's a threat.
No, okay, look, Julie, why is she a threat to you?
'Cause she's pretty,
And
and I'm not anymore?
yes, you are.
Kid.
Yes.
She points to the part of her face that is now pretty fucked up.
I
mean,
what do I got left at this point? My winning personality? Pfft.
You mean, Julie, who do you constantly call beautiful?
Meryl Streep?
No, Heiko.
Uh,
You call her hot all
well,
the
yeah,
time.
well that's an objective fact, is the thing. You know, it's
Yeah,
just it's
she has a giant scar on her side, whole side of her body.
yeah, but she makes it work, you know?
Why can't you?
Okay. Because I have never been as pretty as Kaika. Firstly.
damn.
And like
That's not really an answer.
there's words for it. Like,
Julie?
the beauty Kaiko's got is like it's not just physical, it's like this inner drive, where she's like, with all the shit she gets, she just keeps going, like, I've been pretty like a swab, where it's just, oh, look at that thing, it's very well crafted, but she's like a tiger, where like, yeah, there's the stripes and all that, but like there's also just the sheer power and the will and just that instinct, that ability to like look at the world and roar back. And I don't got that.
I mean, you're still here, aren't you?
Julie looks at herself in her driver's side mirror, and she's like, "I don't really think so."
No, Julie. That doesn't matter.
Well, you know what does matter? We're gonna destroy this woman.
No, Julie, we're not. Okay, no, Julie, listen. I'm not afraid of her because I'm jealous.
Yeah,
I'm
you've got the
afraid-
whole Monster Hunter thing. That's why you're afraid of her right now. Just like,
I'm
you know,
afraid she's going to skin me.
yeah, okay. Which I mean, we're monster hunters. I ripped a monster's head off. Like,
Yeah,
why is
after
this
the
monster?
kidnapped our friend.
Yeah, so why is this monster hunter different? Why are you assuming she's like unilateral? If it exists, I will kill it. Why are you assuming
Julie?
this new person in your social circle is going to turn on you for the second time today?
Because it is her job description to
Or
kill something like
is
me.
it because you think you're always going to be rejected?
Hey,
Wow.
Julie just insane troll logic her way into the actual truth.
Zoe is
God.
legit. Like she looks like hurt at that.
I mean, it's how you're worried of rejection, okay? And like I get it. Like everyone is. Rejection fucking sucks. And it's hard putting yourself
I've
out there.
been rejected most of my life. I get it. It sucks.
Yeah.
I know.
Yeah. So like face it. Okay? Like quit letting it consume you. Because that's what you've been doing all day, kid.
Yeah, today has continued to shit on me at every chance it's got.
I'm not saying it's easy. I'm just saying, like, there it is. So she hunts monsters. Whoop-de shit. And so she thinks she's hotter than me.
No.
Whoop-de shit. It doesn't matter. We're strong. We got each other's backs. And they're not gonna leave you for this lady. Okay?
Julie?
No, they're not.
No,
I mean, they fucking invited you into their house.
I said I don't think they are, Julie.
And yet, here you are worried that this lady's gonna skin you, like they're just gonna stand aside and let it?
Well, no, I don't think they're gonna let her.
I mean, that's the only way this scenario works out.
No. What if you saw a fucking, I don't know, a wolf staring you down?
I'd fucking step inside a house and say, haha, bitch, I have doors.
I have doors.
Fucking try to get your way through that, wolf.
Julie, stay with me. What if the wolf walked right up to you and stared at you?
I'd stab it in the fucking eyes.
Is that not going to freak you out?
No, I got a giant claw hand now.
No. What if that wolf specifically eats your claw? What if that's what it's after?
That's a fucking weird
that thing's
wolf.
That thing's like, Julie! That thing's like a part of you now, right?
Yeah.
Julie is such a fembo.
She is. Mm-hmm. That's extremely important to you, right?
Yeah. I mean, in some ways, I feel like I'm a part of it.
Okay, that's concerning, I think. I don't know if it's concerning or not.
Yeah, well, I mean, yeah, that's the point I'm making in this conversation.
Everything's so hard, Julie.
Yeah, so let me make it so simple. You've got Hal. You've got Kaiko. You've got Isaac. You've got Drake when he can focus. You've got Miri because, like it or not, I can already see that she's like forming those paternal affections. You've got Chuck. He's a giant snake with a Gatling gun. And by the way, you've got me. I'm a badass. I ripped a Bigfoot's head off. Worry less.
Someone?
Oh, and you've got Celia. Sorry, there's a lot of characters. You got Celia. She turns into a fish. And I think, like, there's, like, 3 other fishes you can call in. And you've
Also
got
the
the
general.
Mothman. And you've got the lake
general.
monsters. And I think there was a Sasquatch on our side at one point. Like a hairy one.
And
Don't forget the cat.
You've got the general. You've got a cat. I mean, it's a cat, but it's a big cat. You've got Oren. He's employing you. Simon, we could at least throw in the way.
Wow.
Roadblock sign.
You've got Isaac. He's like in the Men in Black.
Miranda.
I
Like,
know.
You've got people who can back you up and who are going to vouch for you. And also, like, you know, you're like a little button, you know, like
No,
the
what?
aunties would squeeze your cheeks and be
No,
like, "Oh, look
no,
at you!
no,
I could just eat you
no.
up."
Well,
You got the cuteness factor. Like, even when you're in monster mode, you look like a fucking Pokemon. So, like, yeah,
I'm not cute. Stop.
you are adorable.
You really
I
I
are,
would
Zoe.
slap you on a lunchbox and make a mint.
Her face is like her entire face is red. She's covering it with her hands.
So, like, at the very least, there'd be like an old Yeller moment where if a person was like, "I've got to kill her, she's gone evil," they'd be like, "But so cute, my gun, I'm shaking it."
Fucking
What's the
hell.
other?
I imagine when this happened, it would really cut to like an imaginary TV moment.
Like a moment of silence. Let's
So,
hope
you know, so just stop freaking out today. You're fine. The witching hour is done. You've been adopted again. And there's this new hot chick that we're just gonna have to socially destroy.
Have you thought about working, like, befriending the hot chick?
No! That bitch? Think she's better than me because she's pretty? No! I'm gonna ruin her.
Julie. Julie.
Terrible.
This is.
Saving that.
Hey, by the way, we're here.
Oh,
I'm half expecting Zoe to call Julie out on her crush.
I'm trying to.
Do it then.
Julie.
She did. It just went right over her head.
Julie,
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
you know your crush on Kaiko, right?
Julie bites her lip. Yeah, that's a problem for another day.
Well, no. At least she acknowledges it. Please. You promise?
Like,
you're not
Like, you're a nice person, so you're not gonna get this, but, like, if you are in love with a person that you personally tormented for years, like, there's no way to act on that.
Julie, you were a dumb teenager. It was bad, yeah. Not you shouldn't act like it didn't happen, but don't you think Kaiko deserves a chance to decide?
I think Kaiko has already decided. There is no way she is saying yes.
How do you know that? Don't take her agency from
In
her.
9th grade, I called a bomb threat under her name. I spread just the worst graffiti about her, calling her things that were racist and sexist. I I spread so many vicious rumors about her sexuality, while also mocking her for being a virgin. I relentlessly insulted her every time I saw her. So tell me, in what world does that end of us tying the knot?
I don't know where that goes or where that ends, but
I'll
did
tell
you
you,
expect
right
Julie,
now, she tolerates my presence.
how do
And
you
that's
know that?
way more than I should ask for.
How do you know that?
I actually don't, and every night I'm wondering if just me being around is setting her on edge.
It's. I'm pretty sure we'd know if she was set on edge. I know
Would
she's
we?
annoyed at me a
She's
lot of
been
the time.
bottling up endless anxieties since something fucked up her face when she was a kid.
I just think
I think we've got a sword to get.
who you are right now is not the same person who did those things.
Yeah,
and it is up
but
to
who I am right
her-
now is not a good person either.
Why not? You ripped apart a monster to save people's lives.
Save her life.
To save Kaiko's life. You almost died trying to save Kaiko. You almost died trying to save me.
Yeah, so I'm going to tell you what I told Peter Jenkins back in 10th grade. The grand gestures seem like they mean something on paper, but in reality, they're mostly just kind of embarrassing and more about the person making the gesture than the person they're making the gesture for.
I
didn't really tell him that in that many words. I just threw a soda at his head. But I think it conveyed the message.
That wasn't a grand gesture. You didn't fucking plot out some huge thing to do for somebody. You saw something happen and you went and tried to help that. You didn't meticulously plot to win Kaiko over by
Hey,
saving
look, there's
her
that door
life.
with the police tape. What's that police tape about, huh?
Let's keep going.
You think someone's dead in there?
Let's keep going.
Oh, look, here's Susan Hanzo's house. Hey, let's not have this personal
no.
conversation
You
in front of a
forced-
person we barely know. Hey, Susan! It's
No.
Julie and Zoe!
No.
I am also here. Hello.
Hey, Drake.
Hey, Drake.
Susan Hanzo opens the door. Julie, Zoe.
Hi.
Her eyes narrow. Drake.
Hi, Susan. Hi, Susie. How are you doing this fine day?
Come on in.
Zoe's face is still kind of red.
So, Zoe has a sword to pick up or something? Fuck it.
Yeah. I'm here to get my sword that you made from that skin.
Yep. Here you go. And she hands you a sword.
Okay.
The blade, I mean, it's a normal, it's like a European style sword, which is a huge blanket statement, but fuck it. It's got, a standard blade, but the blade is patterned almost to look like a ball python, like if it was laid out, or like a hognose snake, any sort of brown snake, really, with spots and shit, as if its body was laid out completely straight.
Oh.
The hilt is a pair of moth wings.
Ooh.
And the handle is slightly fuzzy, and and for the pommel, it's a large, multifaceted eye.
Oh. Huh.
All right. This sword does 2 harm stock. It does 7 harm to Zoe.
When she uses it?
If it gets used on Zoe, it does 7 harm to Zoe.
Oh.
It is a sword of Kill Zoe.
Yeah, a player character can only take 7, and then they're dead.
This is an instant death Zoe sword.
Yes. I don't know what you expected.
Is anyone else getting worried about Zoe's elaborate suicide setup?
No.
This is an in-character
Frequently.
asking.
Huh.
It's just funny that she had a sword forged to kill Zoe, and there's a new monster hunter in town.
Zoe, why did you make
Yeah.
this?
That looks really cool. Hey, what could you make out of these needles? Nothing. Get out. Oh, all right.
Oh. Miss Hanson, you okay?
See you later, Susie.
Greg, it's been a rough day, kid.
Did something happen? I mean, yeah, it's been a really rough day.
I
Tell me
just
about it.
fucking hate the art fair.
We're trying to do something about it if that helps.
The entrepreneur?
What? No.
The art
She fucking
fair.
hates the art fair.
Oh, I heard fucking hate the entrepreneur.
No, she said I fucking hate the art fair. That'd be really weird.
It would be.
That'd be a weird character connection.
Put that in your
No, it doesn't help. You guys should quit. That's my stock. You should quit doing this. Warning. Goodbye.
See you next week, Susie.
Get the fuck out, Drake.
Love you too.
Did they have a thing back in the day?
Oh my God.
No. So, I mean, unless, Drake changed appearance in some significant ways, no.
Yeah, I think it was hinted at earlier that she's gay.
She did call
she-
heterosexual propaganda when she saw Ord and Miranda making out.
Yeah. Sorry, Miss Hanzo.
Take care, kid. Hope you find whatever monster you want to kill with that thing.
I hope the monster that the sword goes to does not die.
Then why'd you have me make that sword?
I was curious if it would have anything different if I held it.
Okay, I'm gonna give you another piece of advice that you're not gonna take. Don't just have me make swords out of stuff out of curiosity.
Okay, that was. I mean,
Yeah,
come on,
this
wouldn't
could
it
kill
be
you.
kind of cool to have a bunch of swords for different occasions?
Yeah, it is.
But I thought we liked this thing.
Get the fuck out, Drake!
I'm in the hallway.
Yeah, out of my hallway, out of my building. Jesus Christ.
Okay, let's go. I'm sorry, Miss Hanzo. Thank you very much.
See you next week.
Meanwhile, at the Hall of Justice. How are the rest of you doing?
So anyway, that's how I ended up biting off Jesus' head.
That was a lot of information for the span of 45 minutes. But okay. Fair enough.
Kaiko is going to turn to Hal. I think Julie has a crush on you.
Callie BRB.
Oh.
He went to the bathroom.
Yeah, I think it's funny.
I'm back. What?
Oh, Kaiko
Hey.
turned to Hal. Since I think Julie has a crush on you.
Why?
Like fucking break. Slam off
Well,
it.
she's awfully, defensive around me, and I think all of her saying is maybe she has unrequited love issues with someone in our group, and I think that might be you.
You're also built like a giraffe.
Aww.
Oh, Kaiko, you
And
summer
in the
child.
nicest way. Built like a giraffe.
Oh my god. this is
Isaac
the
just
first
flat
scene where
out
I don't have
laughs
to
for
voice
the
a single
vaccine.
character.
What?
What?
This
That
is
was
the
a lot
first
of-
scene where I don't have to voice a single character. Sorry, I just marveling at that. Go on.
Hal is looking at you, Kaiko, like, are you fucking serious right now?
Oh, Kaiko, you sweet summer child.
Kaiko,
What?
Yeah.
I want you to look at my face. You know what my face looks like when I'm bullshitting people, right?
Yes.
It's not me she has a crush on.
I mean, she might still.
I hope not. No
That would be
offense.
very awkward.
No
She
offense to
seems like
Julie,
the kind
but
of person.
no.
She seems like the kind of person who can't really make up her mind about these things.
Mm-hmm. Like
She's your
Brock
guys'
and the
friend,
two.
not mine. I just met her. She's nice though.
It's like Brock and the Two Perfect Girls song. Only Brock is the girl in this case.
So,
Does-
I'm pretty sure Julie's most immediate crush, and she looks around the car, isn't on me.
It's definitely not on me.
I just got here. Well, I'm not even in this conversation. Are we in the truck?
Yeah, you're
Am
in
I
the
just
truck.
like? But I'm on my motorcycle. I'm not in this conversation. Why
Oh,
am I
hey, you're
yelling
not.
at the window?
Because it's funny.
I guess that
Hey.
implies I was telling you the story by shouting out the window, doesn't it?
Yes, and that seems perfectly in character.
Yeah.
So are we going to Are we going to Hal's house to drop
We're
off
going
his
to Kaiko's.
mom? Kaiko's house.
Hal's house to drop off his mom first.
Yeah, because she's a little incapacitated right now. So we drive to Hal's house, and he takes his drunken ass mother out of the front seat. And he goes, "Okay, everybody's got their own cars from here."
Miracle Mary, smash, smash, smash.
Aww.
Turn those bad guys to ash, ash, ash.
You sure did, Mom. And he kisses her forehead.
Aww.
Like, hey, wait, if it's not Hal, then who?
Hal turns around and marches into his house and goes, "I'm not dealing with that one."
Yeah,
Monosyllabic Chuck gives Kaiko the look of "Are you fucking kidding?" but only a reptile can give.
Kaiko, look deep inside yourself and think.
It's you, Kaiko. She's crushing on you.
what? That's not. Nah, that can't be. Unless you're gonna tell me Hal's a catman.
Well, not
She-
currently.
She
Not sure what
literally
happened.
will not shut up about how hot you are.
Mm-hmm.
And it's not a pun. Okay? I know how these puns work. It is not a pun.
Yeah.
Yeah, Kaiko, even Simon recognizes it.
Yeah.
Now, granted, every single person in this group is amazingly hot, but, you know.
Oh, thank you. I just got here.
It's a good thing that Hal went in the house because he would have passed out to the rush of blood to his head from that.
Seriously, we could pass for a teen comedy.
We don't already?
Kaiko don't know how to handle what you thought was.
I mean, I literally don't know this girl from jack shit right now, but like, she got that biker look go, and she looks like she could cut off something's head.
She
And
doesn't
that's
have
hot.
the biker look just quite yet. She's
Oh,
still
she
in
doesn't?
the Letterman Jack phase. But she'll get that biker jacket.
Okay.
She'll get that
Eventually.
biker jacket.
Kaiko has crashed.
I mean, with
WXC.
that Letterman jacket, she has one of those like what's the term? Final girl vibes, and that can be hot.
So Hal comes back out of the house and he goes, "Okay, so who's with me in my tiny car and who's with..."
Kaiko's already there.
Kaiko's
All of a
cooling
sudden, Hal
down.
looks back and Kaiko's gone in the car.
She's vanished. It's like, "Oh,
Okay.
okay.
Hal.
Yeah?
So we told Kaiko that Julie has a crush on her, and she stopped working.
Oh, good, thanks. I was
And
hoping
you
to
guys
have
can
to
ride
deal with that.
together.
I was hoping to have to deal with, you guys breaking her brain again.
Happy to help.
Again. Does that
I mean,
happen
she's
often?
probably still pining for both of you, let's be honest.
Why?
She wants to be in the middle of a Keiko and Hal sandwich.
Built like a giraffe. Tall people are hot. I don't make the rules. I just visit here.
There is a look of like disbelief on Hal's face. He's like, but no, why me though?
Have you seen the amount of muscles you have, dude?
It's just
No.
working, Drake. That just happens.
Oh, you sweet, sweet puppy child.
What?
Yeah, and having an amazing ass is just a side effect of my daily jogs, but here we are.
And I'm the full package.
There's no visible thought in Hal's eyes right now. He's just looking at you with pure confusion. It's like, all right, I think you're all nuts, but okay, let's say I believe that. Why would she pick me over Kaiko?
That is a good question that I can't answer at this time because I
when
literally
you're-
just met her.
I mean, when you're bisexual, sometimes you want a bit of column A and sometimes you want a bit of column B. And sometimes you want both of them at once.
That's
Yeah.
what the genie sang about in Friend Like Me.
Exactly.
Well, God, Jesus,
I've had both before once. That's a fun time sometimes. But you won't hear about that. Pass the arm, moves on.
I'm getting in my
Celia, you
car
said there's
now.
something.
And
No, I have my own motorcycle.
I'm getting in my car now, and I'm going to Kaiko's house. Bye.
Riding with you.
Fair enough.
You okay over there, buddy? Oh, good old friend of mine.
Oh
I
yeah,
like-
I just gotta. Yeah, it's just it's whenever this happens, it's just fun to sit back and watch. It's like most of my entertainment these days.
You know what? That's
Just
fair.
watching your coworkers descend into Dawson's Creek.
It's hilarious.
I haven't had this much fun with people in a long time. I think, to be honest with you, I don't think I've run into anybody on the roads doing my hunting jobs besides you, Isaac. It's been a bit.
Hal has driven away. Just so you
Al
know.
has driven away. So yeah.
You may want to follow them. I gotta swing by a place before I meet back up with everyone.
Is it your office?
Yep.
Okay. Don't tell them I'm here, or tell them I'm here. Let's see what happens with that information. I bet you have a file on me already. I did break your nose that one time.
I legally can't drive.
Oh, you're gonna hop on my motorcycle, I thought.
Oh, okay.
You said you wanted me to meet your swimming team, right?
Yeah.
Okay, let's go do that.
All right, so over at Spindle.
Yes. Isaac goes to meet with Dr. Wen with Harry. Actually, I don't know if Isaac ever learned his first name.
Dr. Henry Wen goes by Harry for short,
Henry.
as sometimes Henrys do. Also, Hal, I guess you could call him Hal. It is one of the valid shortenings of Harry. How? I don't know. Ask the fucking British. They're the ones who think that makes fucking sense.
Let's not ask the British anything ever.
The
All
only
right,
thing we need to ask the British is if they want tea in
when
their
you
heart.
enter Spindle's offices, there's a bit of high activity. As you know, the office drones are doing their normal shit, but some of the slightly higher level workers, the ones in your rank and above and slightly below, are busying about trying to contain a very serious planar hazard. So it's a bit frenetic. Finding Dr. Wen takes you like 25 minutes of going back and forth, trying to figure out where the fuck he is in the building because everyone has a different idea, because he has been busy.
Yeah, I'm sure.
You eventually find him in his office.
Oh.
Slumped in a chair over a shitload of paperwork. His head held by his hands, and he's got two fingers pressed into his temples, rubbing as he's looking over everything, looking very, very harried.
Isaac walks in and is like, so it looks like you figured out who's back.
Yeah, you told me. And we've wait. Back?
Isaac closes the office door and goes, does the name Saniac mean anything?
Gwen slowly looks up at you.
I mean, hey, my cover's working for Orin. You think I want to figure it out eventually?
Orin, that's the wax museum.
Hello?
Yeah, Phantasmagoria.
Yeah. Yeah, I always have trouble remembering his name. What's Saniac? Is that like a meme?
I wish I had
it's a
Kaiko's bullshit
meme.
meter right now.
It's a meme, like the mimetic hazard, like what we're dealing with. You're normally not that obtuse. I'm sorry. I'm really.
Mm.
I have to put on a brave face, given my position in the company, but this is bad. I've never seen anything like this before. I understand it's related to the thing that we were dealing with, the meatball monster thing. I'm calling it a meatball monster.
Oh.
God,
Yeah, we called it the Gourmand.
that's slightly better. But I've never encountered a planar intrusion like this.
Can I tell if he's like bullshitting with that?
You have no, that's I don't know. Is there a thing you can roll to suss that out? You know what?
I don't
Investigate a
know.
mystery.
Okay. Let's see. I have a special thing for investigating mysteries. Oh, never mind. That's really a bad situation. That is a 7 plus 1.
All right,
So,
awesome. You get
8.
to ask one question, and I think you know the question that you should ask.
Yeah, is he hiding anything from me?
He genuinely does not know what you're talking about.
Oh.
And as you're discussing this with him, you see moments of him like watching his face closely. You know, when normally puts on an air around you, where as he just said, he puts on a mask to try and keep things running smoothly. You know, like a brave captain of a ship. The mask is dropped, and when you're talking about this stuff and dropping these things that should be clues he's picking up on, if he is who you think he is, he doesn't recognize what you're talking about. But there's also like this flicker in his face, like a part of him almost does, but is blocked off.
Well,
It's a similar expression to when Kaiko tries to remember things about her abduction.
Okay, so it's something that they should have memory of, but it's physically being blocked by something, or
Yeah.
mentally. Okay.
Oh.
Well, filing that away, Isaac will bring him up to date with most of the stuff, omitting, of course, the typical stuff with people in the group.
Every bit of information you give him makes his already crestfallen expression get sadder and more despairing as he starts contemplating the fucking situation you're in. Okay.
We're attempting to. Our best idea so far is to prevent the art fair from proceeding with these depictions of Jesus.
Yeah, it's just a small town with a huge evangelical population. That should be no problem. I'm sorry. It's a good idea. I don't know how you're going to achieve it. I don't know how we're going to achieve it.
We actually have an idea of, and Isaac will fill him in on replacing the judges, possibly using Spindle's connection to the mayor's office.
Or starting a new art fair and sacking
Yeah.
the old.
We would need
Yeah.
a way. Well, I don't think the mayor's going to start a whole new art fair. I think we're just in the fire of a judges and replace them is a bit more plausible than that. Because you can't do a rebranding in the middle of the festival. We would need something that we could for sure pin on the current judges to discredit them. Something that we could make as a direct result of their actions. And make it clear and inarguable that it's a direct result of their actions.
Bribery scandal?
They're not
I mean, there's
about that in this town.
True.
Jesus, if anything, the mayor's just going to ask them who was bribing them. It's a good idea. We can get rid of the judges. Use this hoax to scare people about the art inciting devil worship or what have you.
Also, I'm not here, but I'm just relaying the information of the whole YouTuber thing.
Yeah, I was just about to mention that. Yeah, Isaac goes. Yeah, right. Isaac goes. So, remember my first case when I was first assigned to Melody with the YouTuber?
Yeah, I recall that jackass, the one who got arrested for cocaine possession.
Yeah, that person. We. Isaac's like trying to find the best way to phrase this. Goes, we have weaponized his followers and aimed them at the art fair, so they. Just a warning: there will be some disruptive elements, specifically targeting the.
Ooh, that's good. Do you have their contacts? Do you have where they're meeting online?
No, but I know the
plants in
perfect
there.
person who.
We could put some plants in there, to make it more explicitly tied to these three people we want to humiliate and disgrace, and fully cement the frame job.
Yeah, I could pass that idea along to the person who riled him up in the first place.
Yes. Here. I'm gonna send a memo to the IT department. I'm gonna send it to some of our plainclothes personnel as well. We'll get some people to act as rabble rousers within this YouTube community, make sure things get severely out of hand, and this could work. And then we don't have to nuke the town.
Yes, that's best not.
Or not to, especially if the project's so much closer than it's ever been to completion. So, yes. Excellent.
Projects.
I'm very thankful that we have you, Isaac.
It's been an interesting ride so far. Isaac really wants to ask about what projects, but
You're not going to get a straight answer on that, and you know it.
yeah. But I'll keep in touch if we think of anything else that Spindle might be able to help with.
All right, and I'll keep you informed as well. Let's take care of this interdimensional plague. Yeah. Oh God.
I like how Isaac brought in like the most terrible news and like, but also in good news.
Good news, YouTube's on our side.
Never thought I'd die side by side of a YouTube fan. What about side by side of a friend? Don't touch me.
Don't touch me. Don't touch me. Holy shit.
Alright. What else are we doing?
We were going to reconvene in Kaiko's house, but I think it might be best to fast forward to tomorrow.
Yeah, because we all have things to do tomorrow.
How much longer can we go, actually?
Yeah, because it's almost midnight.
I can go all night.
So can I?
How can I?
Yeah, I don't have anything.
I can go a little bit longer.
Yeah, a little bit longer, not too much longer than that.
I'm actually we're gonna call this the day.
Okay.
Next session we'll be starting a new day.
Okay.
I want to call this
Finally.
off, so I can scan those horrible things and then get back and show them to you.
Okay.
So what's my finisher?
Even Win thinks Kaiko is an evil genius.
As Julie's back at the motel, she notices a lot of cars pulling in, and a lot of people who look very much like the frat boys that she occasionally fraternized with in the past, arriving, hooting and hollering, going keys. Many of them have shirts with Cliff Howard catchphrases on them. Julie watches this, shakes her head, and says, "Fucking YouTube." And she goes in for a good night's sleep. And that's where we're going to leave off on tonight's episode of Offbeat Melody.
Oh, that's a low key ending.
Yeah.